You are that. You are that. Oh, guys. It's only just hopefully a little short one. Just can't sleep. Woke up. Bloody dreams. Took him a poo. I was sort of thinking all this crap. This world is going for poor little kids and just plays on your mind, doesn't it? This shit. Anyway, I hope you're well. Hope you're good. What was that? Okay, no. Anyway, I hope you're all right, Craigie. Hope you're good, mate. Oh, what have I done that, have I? Pin that there. See what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, you're tired, I get. Hello, Jim. Hello, sweetie. Yeah, I'm okay, sweetheart. How are you? You're good. Just can't sleep. Mind racing. Too much going on, isn't there, mate? You should have a drink. Hopefully we get a conversation going about something of anything to say. Well, my boy. I don't know, Greg. There's no one on, is there? No one about, mate. I just woke up. Went to see if anyone's like to have a little chat. Oh my God, same as me, James. Yeah, big up, brother. I love niggas. Yeah, I just can't get all my mind off of all this shit that's going on. I think I caught a few minutes sleep and then boom, nightmare. Same as you, James, nightmare. Bloody nightmare. Yeah, I'm like that, Craig, mate. I normally come awake at night, but I think this is different. Like, Jono, big O, Jono. Gotta love me, Jono. Just, there's just too much going on, too much racing about in my head. You know when you feel trapped, Jim, you know that, you know them dreams where you just feel trapped, like there's nothing you can do and you can't get out of it, and it goes around and around and around. I hate them. It's normally one of those things on my mind, and I think what's happened the last few weeks, or in the last few days, that was too much for me to handle, and my passion just went through the roof. My anger, I just got very angry. Just wanted to project all over the place, my anger. And being with my kids, my grandkids today as well, it was so nice, and I just kept looking at them and feeling emotional, like, oh my God, what ifs, the what ifs playing on my mind. That's all. But yeah, I hope you're good. I wonder what we can do to stop them nightmares, eh? I'll look them up. If I can remember them at all, or, sort of remember anything about them, I'll write it into Google and see what that says. Big up, Rick. Hello, mate. Oh, it's bad, Rick, isn't it? What's happened now, Rick? Mickey, big up Mickey, man. It's all day long. Love me, Mickey. Oh. Well, what's happening, Rick? What's happened now? How comes I don't get posts? I'm definitely subscribed to Rick, you know? I should be. So look, I might even fucking subscribe to you. For fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh, well, only actually that was. I'll look later. Mate. I've just subbed, mate. Sorry, Rick. UK medic. All right, son. How are you, mate? I hope you're fine. I like UK medic. Old school geezer. Guys, get over and subscribe to UK medic. He's smashing it, mate. That's some really nice little life, man. Hey, Stan, is it? Stan! Stan the man! What's happening, Stan? I've seen you for a while. Oh, you right? Do you know what, Craigie? I think maybe you're right. It might be a lot to do with the side effects from a lot of. I'm on a lot of medication, so yeah, you might. Yeah, I think you got a point there, mate. I won't dismiss that at all. Yeah, I know, Mickey. It's crazy, isn't it, mate? A lot, a lot going on. It's just scary stuff, man. You really got to know. There's a lot going on. This could escalate into something absolutely insane. The more people that seem to accumulate on this planet, and we live in close. Yeah, please, anyone sub to UK Medic. You're all mods, so all you got to do is click on their page. Just click onto him, Brady, and you'll be able to subscribe to him. Please subscribe to UK Medic. He's smashing it. Please do that. I want everyone to do that, guys, because he's a good lad. He does some cracking little lives. I don't know how he keeps it so coordinated. He's got a really good knack of keeping everyone calm. I sometimes just watch him and ghost him. I ghost him because I say things now and again, but I mainly ghost because it really calms me down. It has a really calming effect. So, guys, please, UK Medic, sub up. He's a diamond. I've shared him a few times. But you really will like his lives. I swear. If you want a nice, calm, soothing live, one to look at, and yeah, and funny and good man. He's a good man. So enough of that. Get over there, sort him out. He's smashing it. Wicked guys. Thank you guys for subbing him up. You can jump in whenever you want to stick your link in because you run a blinding live a lot fucking better than mine. I ain't got control of nothing. Me, I think I'm too soft for this. But yeah, he's a good one. Go for it, guys. Go on, Scott. I like Rick and all. Rick as well. Get over to Rick. I never even knew I wasn't subbed. Rick, you should be smacking my backside. So Rick, stick your link in, guys. Link him up. Share him about. Another good lad. Another good lad. Jono, I like Jono's as well. He underestimates himself, my Jono. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
There you
Hello,
go.
mate. What's going on, you guys?
How you doing, buddy? I was lurking in the lounge.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
I've just ended a 3-hour live. My intention was to go to bed, and I saw you were live, and I thought, well, I better pop in and say hi.
I know what it's like. I've just woke up. Bloody nightmares. It must be what someone just said in there, you know. I'm on so much medication. I think maybe some of that could be the effects of it, but nothing I can do about that.
You and me both. I'm costing the NHS about £400 a month in meds.
Yeah.
And my doctor, like a prick, and I'm going to swear, he prescribed. They said my blood cholesterol needed lowering.
Oh yeah, Addism. Yeah, they got you on the Addism.
No, well, yeah, I believe it is. They first they tried to give me statins, which I flatly refused to take.
Oh, statins. That's what I've got. Statins,
I said I'm not taking statins. Well, the reason I won't take statins, and this is just my personal opinion, it shouldn't be accepted as any kind of medical advice, is that it increases the risk of a stroke, but reduces the risk of a heart attack. Well, to be fair, I would rather have a heart attack and either die or survive it, rather than have a stroke and be paralysed or disabled in some way. So I refuse to take statins.
Totally agree.
So the other medication he prescribed, it quite clearly states on the packaging and inside not to be taken in conjunction with what I'm currently on, because it can be fatal.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm on statins, Addism, I'm on bloody, you name it, I'm bloody on it. So I'll have to have a word with them about that then, what you just said. Well, if that's supposed to be the same for the metformin that I take, along with the insulin as well.
Yeah, I'm on metformin. They reckon I'm sort of pre-diabetic, and when I checked and looked at the numbers, I'm not. And it's like, oh, but there are benefits to taking metformin, so I thought, you know what, I don't mind taking those.
Yeah.
So
I do need Vit D as well. Yeah, Vit D. I'm on Vit D deficiency as well. I fucking hate that. My body can't make Vit D or Vit 12. You know, I'm a lifelong person. I've been taking them since I was a kid. Vit D and B12.
Yeah. Well, it was good old Addison House that tried to put me on the stuff that was going to kill me.
Yeah, the statins. I'm on them statins as well, Mickey. I think they do something for your heart, don't they? You can't no more. He's bloody trained in all this.
It's supposed to work a bit like silicone on your arteries. It stops the cholesterol sort of fat from attaching itself to the arteries.
Yeah.
But where the risk is, but of course the risk is then it's floating around in your bloody thing, in your system. I mean, one of the biggest problems I'm having now in my current regime of meds is the last time I had, without being too graphic, last time I had a crack was 10 days ago.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Constipation is horrible, isn't it?
Yep. Even taking laxatives hasn't helped.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to turn around and say UK medic, you're full of shit, they'd be correct.
No, I'm pretty sure you know your stuff because you've just described everything the way 100% is for me. Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what's going on lately with all? Pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah. James, my other half is having very similar problems. She's got her blood pressure was something like 190 over 100, and they've been trying to get it down for months, and they're now saying they're going into hospital. Yes, so the meds, she's fallen over about 5 times because of the meds she's on. I mean, she's a nurse, so that's really good, isn't it?
That's reminded me that's the blood pressure ones I'm on. It's called Addism.
Yeah,
that's the blood pressure one, isn't it?
So
yeah,
buy some diabetics.
Go on, James.
Hey, James, my buddy, my brother from another mother. My God, that's been like forever since I've seen James.
James is a business, mate.
Mind you, I've been busy being a bit of a YouTube legend, and building my channel.
Yeah, you're doing well, man. You're smashing it. I've been ghosting it for ages.
I mean, I'm on my way to 6K now.
I know you're smashing it, mate. And you know what I like? You've gone and created a new community as well of your own. I think it's beautiful what you've done, mate. I'll take that off you. Well done.
I've spent a lot of time helping other YouTubers build their channel as well. I mean, I've never had any desire to be a big channel, but by helping other channels, it grew my channel. I mean, I do banners for people, intros, all sorts of stuff for people, and I don't expect to be paid for it. I mean, now I'm monetized. People do sort of give me a donation now and again, but I don't charge for doing it because I enjoy doing it.
I know you don't, mate. I know you don't. Just monetize. That's all. Anyone can do that. It doesn't mean anything. Get a bit of appreciation and you appreciate it. You know. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you're smashing it, mate. I love it. Nice, lovely little channel. Maybe I should have kept it quiet for myself. But you can't do that. Sometimes I go over there just to relax. You know, just watch. Don't say nothing. Just watch and listen. You know what I mean? Nice.
Well, there's myself and there's Marsha, Mayhem and Miracles. The pair of us do a lot to promote other channels. We both do a lot in the community, charity-wise. I mean, I've got 3 pensions, basically. I'm retired now. I have 3 pensions. I've got the ambulance service pension, I've got a military pension, I've got a state pension.
Go on, mate.
And so, don't get me wrong, I'm not loaded, but I have enough.
Yeah.
So any money I get in donations from YouTube, I actually give to local charities.
Yeah. Me too. Very similar to what you say is what I do.
Yeah, because I don't need the money. I appreciate when people give me it. Of course I do. It's a real buzz, you know. People feel the need that you're doing something worthwhile, giving a donation. But a lot of people are getting angry about the fact that YouTube takes so much of it. Like, if someone gives you £5, you probably get about 3.
Yeah.
So now I've got Buy Me a Coffee and my PayPal link, and a lot of people are now donating to my channel via PayPal.
Yeah.
So
I'll get that, mate. I'll get that.
Well, tonight on my channel, briefly at the beginning, I covered what was going on, the stabbing of the soldier last week, the airport incident, and obviously Southport. I've covered that briefly without giving too strong an opinion on it. But
I've watched for a little while, but I just had a kip then, because I went from Society X's, went and had a look at you, and I was going to say so, but then I just fell Sandra.
Well, it confused the hell out of somebody because the other JJ was in my chat. So if you'd have come in, it'd have been a nightmare.
No, that was really weird the other day. When I was in there, I thought, one minute I was blue, next minute I was green. I was thinking, what's going on here? Or what colours you are, you know, in there. I thought, why am I? And I thought, the other person that was there, I thought, I never said that. It was another JJ Adventures. I couldn't believe it.
That's Jan in America. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Lovely lady. Lovely lady.
How I looked at what's gone on over the last week is, you know, we have got to take our country back.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you, mate. I'm
not promoting violence and people being violent, but we've got to make a stand.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was either Mark or Master Ron that said, you know, the answer for everyone to withdraw their labour. Everyone just bring the country to a standstill. Say, fuck you. No one goes to work. No one does anything.
Yeah.
Send a message to the
get a load of food in, a load of this, that, you know, and see what actually they like that for a few months.
You know, grind the country to a halt.
Yeah. It's going to take millions to object against this. Not just a couple of million. I mean, billions. Say we've got 65 million here. I reckon if 50 million people just say no, enough's enough, they won't have a choice but to start listening to the people, will they?
You know the answer. Stop paying your, you know, all your sort of bills that you have to pay. They can't send us all to prison. There ain't enough room.
Yeah. Exactly.
If the whole country turned and said, no, I'm not paying this, I'm not paying that.
Do you think they've foreseen all this with all these Supermax prisons they've opened up lately? Have you seen the sites of the prisons that they're opening up there? And they're empty, just waiting. And there's, I think, I don't know, 12 different Supermax prisons around the country or something. I think I heard on here, you know, which old 12 to 15 prisons in each prison. They're Supermax prisons, so they've got loads of room for loads, and they're just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen? It'll be us that will be in there, not the ones that are causing all the trouble. It'll be the English people.
Of course it will. It's selection, isn't it? But I know there's something going on.
Oh, yeah.
The collection, isn't it? It's definitely divide and conquer stuff.
Oh, yeah, God, absolutely. Well, it's like, you know, when I do have my camera on when I go live, it's only because the weather's so humid, as you know. I'm sat here in a pair of shorts and that's it. So I'm not going to put my camera on. But I've got a Union flag hanging behind me out of defiance. since we're told
Yeah.
we're not allowed to fly one.
Activity. Can't fly your flag.
How can you? But it's okay for them to walk down the streets with their Palestinian and Israeli flags, but we're not allowed to have the Union flag. That's racist. That's racist if we do that.
Yeah, that's a start. Everyone just get their flag out, mate. Get a lot of flags flying around here. No one gives a fuck around where I live, you know. Get loads of England flags around here.
Yeah. No, so we've just got, as you say, we've just got to turn around and say, like, enough is enough. And I think what's gone on in Southport tonight is the start of a lot more.
Yeah.
I think that's just the beginning. People have had enough. We've been pushed beyond all reasonable limits, and people, you know, so I don't promote violence and want to advocate violence, but they do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
We do it and we get arrested.
It's an old saying, you know, never fuck with the natives, because when the natives turn, it goes ballistic. So hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, in a lot of ways, to be fair, you know, the police get a lot of stick, and yes, they are wrong in some instances, but also their hands are tied. Yeah. They're having to abide by this narrative that these people are above the law, basically, and they have to treat them with kid gloves. You know, it's they're being told from above. It's not their fault as individual officers. They have to do. I'm sure they don't think it's right. You know, they've got kids and wives as well. You know, they're no different once that uniform comes off. So,
hello, Jimmy. What's happening, mate? Morning, mate.
Yeah, all right. Morning. Hello, JJ in the UK Met.
Yeah, just call me medic. That's easier.
Yeah, the police have been taking a lot of stick and rocks and bins.
Well, did you notice how the mainstream media showed that copper at the airport with his foot kicking that guy in the head? And then everyone was, you know, they were all claiming brutality and God knows what else. Then they showed you the CCTV footage from the airport cameras showing those guys laying into the police. Yeah. Now, in any other country in the world, those fuckers would have been shot. Those were armed police officers. They'd have been shot. If that had been Germany or America or something like that, they would have been shot.
Yep.
So they were bloody lucky.
Well, I've been put in the back of a van and had the absolute living shit kicked out of them. Probably worse than death.
But
I've said that quite a few times.
It wouldn't have even got that far, though. They would have been shot in an airport anywhere else.
In an airport, yeah.
Yeah.
If they didn't stop, they would have been well in trouble.
You know.
So, you know, instead of praising them for them still being alive, they want to.
Well, one of the officers turned around and said he feared that they would grab his handgun and then use it against members of the public. So that's why
he
put his boot in, because they're not allowed to let go of their weapons because they can fall into the hands of whoever it is they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So they have to clasp their weapons and hold a firm grip on them, and the only thing they've got left to use is their feet.
It happened over here. A man with a knife, he stabbed one copper, took the gun off that copper and shot the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, they won't mess about over there, do they? They won't mess about over in Thailand, mate. Their prisons are rough as well.
He's not even in prison, the geezer. He did it.
Not in prison? What he paid him off?
I don't know. Heavy families find loopholes. I don't know.
Oh wow!
No, he's not in now. I think it was because he was high on meth or something at the time, or some loophole. Who knows?
Oh, that is like something that is what pisses me off when they say mental health, mental health, mental health. What are you supposed to say?
Drive me nuts.
Yeah, that's a get out of jail free card, isn't it? That's all it is. Just get out of jail free card, claim mental health, and get away with everything.
A
bloke jumped off a motorbike. He smacked my mate's missus for no reason, beat her up. The police nicked him, and then within an hour he was let out because he's got mentally ill stamped on his ID card. So in the end, the owners of the house, they're all tired people. And they didn't want him to stay, and he wouldn't leave. So they had to pull out a gun and say, "Look, if you don't go, we're going to shoot you." So he got his mate to pick up his stuff, and they just dropped him in somewhere else in the jungle. But like, it's literally, you have to do that to protect your safety. It's fucking mad.
Yeah.
Couldn't do nothing.
But that's
And he's got a history of killing people as well.
Yeah.
No, they get away with murder, then can't they?
The world has turned to shit, basically.
Yeah. Turned
What
upside
the thing
down.
is,
All the innocent people get it.
The only thing I don't understand is I'm trying to find the media who was behind the attack, because only I can imagine it was, someone that shouldn't have been here. But I can't find a name anywhere. Because under 18.
Rick the Screwball Boy hit the nail on the head there. JJ's class as psychotic, which I am. I have an ass full of weapons. Yet I'm not trying to slaughter people. That's absolutely spot on.
Yeah, me too. I'm classed as mentally. I've got firearms all over the place. I've never shot anyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's actually spot on.
JJ,
so, you can all have these excuses. I'm doing this, going to do that. No, it's down to the person when they do that, and it doesn't matter whether they're mentally ill or not. You need to be held accountable. All this like diminished responsibility shit needs to go out the window. This PC shit needs to go out the window, and they need to be sorted there and then.
Yeah.
The difference is because I know I'm mentally ill. If I feel like I know the symptoms and I go and get help before anything goes wrong.
I'm not mentally ill. I'm just mental.
Yeah.
JJ is a serial killer, though. He ate a bowl of cornflakes earlier.
I used to be before I got diabetes.
Do you know what?
So what was the motive behind the riots? Because I'm trying to find it. All I can see is far right all over the mainstream media.
Well, that's it. You see, we're not actually allowed to express our rights. We're far right if we object to being murdered, basically, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
I think more of this shit's going to happen. To be honest with you, I think we've been peaceful for too long. And the coppers, at the end of the day, they're like the front line. They can always leave. They swear an oath to serve the public. It's part of their job to put themselves in harm's way. And if they are wearing that jacket, which represents the establishment, which represents this 2G system, which represents protecting people who shouldn't be protected, then they're in the way. They're in the way. They wouldn't think twice about doing it to you. They get a chance.
No, exactly.
They get the orders.
True.
But they can't look us all up.
Well, exactly. If enough people, like I say, I'm not suggesting we all go around setting fire to things and violence, but en masse, people need to stand up and say, and I mean, it needs to be like such a huge mob of people that the police would be able to cope with it in terms of being able to arrest anybody or do anything. To sort of say, we have had enough.
We've done everything the right way so far. Silent protests, peaceful protests. They're taking the kindness as a weakness, and they're using that because we're not fighting. They seem to always arrest the people that are the least threat.
Yeah.
Even on the street level, like I did something wrong once. I stamped on somebody's head when I was drunk in a drunken fight after in a kebab shop, and I didn't realise under all the mess that the bloke wasn't in the wrong. But there was the police came, and because there was more of us than there were coppers, the police nicked the person who'd been beaten up. And then I felt bad, so I started on the police, and my friends just said, just leave it, let them go. They should have been nicking me.
Yeah, Nin says protest is stupid and doesn't agree. Well, of course it's not stupid, because at the end of the day, that's what they're doing, and they're getting away with it. The only way to send a message to the government is en masse for people to say, look, we fucking had enough of this shit.
Otherwise they turn around and say,
protest or done it. And I think it needs all the sides to take part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It does, man. Like England, Ireland, Wales, Great Britain.
As well, though, done it. Like, it has to lock down a city for a day or two.
We've also got.
Isn't it? It's like a fist. If everyone as I say, this plus all these different people was a fist, and then if every finger closed together, you'd make a fist, and that big fist, if everyone joined together, all the people, something would have to change. It would have to.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen because humanity loves divides, and these rich people that are in power, they have got people to a T, and they love dividing us, and they're really
Well,
good at
Yeah.
dividing us.
could you imagine if they locked down the whole country and blamed the so-called far right and cut all our internet connections? So it's all because of the far right
Well,
risk to national security or some bollocks like that. Man.
I've just been doing research on that because obviously, yeah, there's loads of fake news from both sides. We can't dispute it. There's been loads of speculation, but it looks like the EDL has returned. Obviously, not run by Tommy Robinson, but it looks like it has returned about a year ago. I've not
Can you blame them?
done the whole research yet, but there's a website set up and it has got hateful comments and people subscribing to it, and it's heavily promoted through various different Twitter accounts. But anyone can just create a group called English Defence League, can't they? This is the problem.
Well, it's a government-made thing. It's that they're pushing hatred out there. They're pushing divisions out there, and they're going to get what they want. You know, when you're labelling everybody a racist, you know, then be careful what they wish for. They might get it.
The people at this riot, they was attacking a mosque, weren't they, and the police was called to defend the mosque. That's obviously why they didn't just retreat, because they was trying to protect the building, it seems.
That's funny why they didn't do it for the Barclays Bank the other day. They had that just to be thrown paint all over it.
Yeah,
just let it
all
happen.
the
Just left
banks have been smashed up in city centres, haven't they?
They're smashed up. They've just let that happen. No, that's okay though, because that was Palestinians doing it. That's fine. But they come and do a mosque, check that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just don't make sense. That's two-tier policing. That's a great example, Frank. Great example. You know?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to ask myself, would they have done the same to defend a church, mate?
I was just thinking that, actually.
If they had a credible threat on a church, would they have said? But this is another thing you've got to think. All police forces up and down the country behave differently. They've all got different people at the head of them, aren't they? So they're all going to have different responses.
But they're all governed by the same authority, though. So
yeah,
the orders they get, not how they respond. It's the orders they get from above, and they're normally the same all over the country, aren't they?
No, because like the mayor of Manchester has got control over Greater Manchester Police, and yeah, do you get what I mean?
But doesn't the government control the mayors, or do the mayors have?
No, they get a
certain
certain percentage. The mayors get a budget, some of that budget, a small part of the budget which goes on the policing and the area. So they do have a say in what goes on, a partial say.
Nothing about politics, mate. I swear to God. I thought it was all run by the government.
The way it works, JJ. So there's like diminished responsibility or deniable plausibility, I should say, for the people up the chain, I think. I don't know.
The only thing that scares me about the police is the good coppers leaving, like the ones you're talking about, the ones that got families and the ones that possibly don't dare to speak up because of losing their jobs or being bullied within the police force.
Yeah, well,
end up just leaving.
Who was at this riot? You'd say a good police. They held lines. They was there. There was under a lot. I watched a brick bounce off a police officer's head and then hit someone else. And the guy, yeah, I don't know. It made me laugh anyway, but it might not make some of you laugh, or some people in the chat. You could tell the people at this riot was normal people. They're average Joe. They're definitely not far-right hooligans.
I think the answer is to deport anyone that's got a big bushy beard.
Oh, I'm going to have a shave.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Anyone who's got a big bushy beard, deport them. That'll solve the problem.
And any woman that's not very fit.
Getting deported.
We should allow the fit women in the country rather than the strong men.
Is that your solution?
Yeah, bring all the sexy ladies from Russia in. I've got a problem with that.
Yeah.
They'll probably do better, do more for society than what's going on now. And fill up the hotels full of sexy Eastern European women. I reckon they could probably boost the economy.
You know what? That is that's a point. Would we be as upset if it was all beautiful Eastern women?
What if
Well, they're the ones that are supposed to be being protected.
Happy. Yeah, they'd be camping outside, wouldn't they? Hello, getting to know everyone and that.
Yeah,
well, apparently they're coming from countries.
Well done, Jim. Well done. Well done,
I got up from the Ali G film when he said, "What should we do with immigration? Just let the fit women in it."
Yeah.
And the immigration officer saying, "Fit, not fit, go back. Fit, not fit, go back."
Good point, you know. It definitely make any man like went to an hotel and it's just full of right salts when you're just there.
Men will be queuing up. Nationals will be outside queuing up, offering all kinds of stuff.
Wouldn't mind that too much, would they?
And there's the man, the myth, the legend, with Spunkfish in the chat.
Taking selfies with them, all kinds of stuff.
Bastard, you've just blown all the arguments out the window there, Jim.
Yep, and all the men can stay in their war countries and fight the war they're apparently escaping from.
Well, I've said this all along. If you look at the age of them, they're all young men of fighting age. So if your country's at war, shouldn't you be fighting to defend it? They're all single men with no wives and children with them. That ain't asylum seekers. That's an army. That's an army.
I know.
Yeah,
it's scary.
And one of the auditors went to one of the hotels. They drove out in a brand new black Range Rover. There was about 150 electric bikes outside the hotel. Part of it was like a castle. And because the TVs weren't big enough in their rooms, the whole wing that was like a travel lodge, they set fire to it. It was all boarded up with plywood where they burnt the place to, you know. That's how grateful they are.
And just sometimes I get annoyed because you get one good one and you get them on film doing a good deed, and it's like, see, they are all good. They're not all bad. It's like, no, most of them are bad and only one or two are good.
I think it's the other way around, me, Jimmy lad. I think it's, yeah, there's going to be at least a percentage of, I think a small percentage is going to turn out to do bad things. I think the rest of them obviously came here for a reason. There's some of them who haven't got family, they haven't got anything. I think they're the ones you should worry about. The people who come and they've got, like, I don't know, a family who already live here, for instance, and the family's already well off and they can look after each other. I think they'll be all right and blend in. But some of them who haven't got families, they might have watched the full family get hit by a bomb, mate. Yeah, who knows?
That Tyrone, though, he makes a good point. Like, where they get the money from in the first place to pay these people to come over? You know, if it cost them like $5,000 a pop.
This is pretty simple to work out, isn't it, mate? They committed crime, didn't they? Obviously. If you want to travel that far, you've got to travel through all them countries. You're going to have to fund it, aren't you? You're going to commit crime along the way, mate.
Exactly.
So they're going to, like when they hit Italy, they rob cars, rob houses, do what they've got to do to pay off for the next stage of the trip.
The ones I've met, it's mainly through organised gangs, to be fair. And obviously they have got future prospects. The ones I've met are definitely not here to do a madness. But yeah,
the way things have been going here, I was quite happy to accept the $3,000 and a flight to Rwanda.
Seeming all right, isn't it? Should we check the weather pattern for the year? Is it sunny all year round?
Did that ever happen, that idea?
No.
No,
I
they've
think
scrapped it now, haven't they? All the
Fucking
lawyers
madness.
that received the payments and they've scrapped it. So
And so they
it was
took
a
the
waste
money and
of.
they ain't done it.
I
What
can't
about
even
the
remember.
Rwandan government?
10
Were they happy
million
to
or
accept them?
100 million, something like that. It was a
Yeah,
lot.
That's
you
one thing
say
I
that.
never saw. I never saw the Rwandan government give a statement and say, "Yeah, we're gonna accept them all." So it's like we're sending them to that country. Don't care whether they like it or not.
We didn't
That's what
invade
it seemed like.
Australia, then. We didn't invade Australia at all. We sent them there as prisoners. We've never invaded a country. We've gone to war with countries when we had an empire. That's a bit different from the terrorists coming into your country and murdering people in the streets.
Oh, I don't really care what we've done in history. What our great grandfathers did. This is now.
Exactly. But to
I'm
say
gonna
we
say, yeah,
didn't
you
invade
say I
Australia.
Still think, oh, we got to pay off because of what we did in the past. We didn't do it.
Still
they
wasn't
say
an invasion, though,
they
Nin.
over
And
the country, but they definitely invaded and took over the streets.
Well, I spoke to an Indian person, and he said England was safer under English rule before Pakistan was. It was divided, and Pakistan was created because even though we're ruled under the British Empire, they let them still keep their culture and their way of living. But
yeah,
when we left, Islam took over, and they wanted to force a different way of living. That's why the country India split into two. India and Pakistan.
And again, it wasn't the ordinary people that invaded. It was the governments that made these things happen. Plus, you've got to remember how small England was, and to survive, we had to be ruthless. If we wasn't, then we wouldn't even be here
Everybody wanted
today.
a
We
crack at the
would not
world.
be here today if it wasn't for the empire. End of story.
Oh
So,
yeah. The Spanish tried to have a crack at the world. The French. There's a lot of French colonies out there as well,
you know, there
and
was
Spanish.
all at it, all doing it. And if we wasn't who we was, and we didn't do who we didn't do, you wouldn't even have a country today to even talk about.
There was
Simple
the
as that.
French and the English fighting each other on different countries' soil to try and gain ownership of that soil.
but you take those are conflicts. That's very different from people sneaking in and covertly going around killing innocent women and children. And there's a big difference, a very big difference.
Exactly. It's what's happening now, and it has to stop. Well, I mean, back in those days, they wouldn't have allowed it either.
No, it's a different thing. Sort of allegedly helping people that are fleeing from a war. So it all come.
People want an excuse to attack people for no reason. They could find a million excuses.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it right.
No, we didn't go running around the streets knifing people, Dean. You're talking bollocks. I'm ex-military. You're talking a load of shit. And I'm probably going to have to leave before I lose my shit. I risked my life for this fucking country.
Cool, mate.
Thank
Saw a lot of friends as well.
Talking about bloody, I don't know.
History is completely different to what's going on today.
It is like, and when you're speaking to an ex-veteran, it's not just they risk their own lives; they see their friends, being blown to bits and legs and arms missing. It's not fucking nice, man.
Nin, again, that wasn't like what's going on here. We're talking about people that are coming in that we're welcoming in, helping, that are then roaming the streets, killing people.
Exactly. How far do you want to go back in history then? Well,
Yeah,
let's go
but
back to Africa and
Zulus.
a long time ago when they invaded everywhere and killed everyone. Let's go back to the Moors. Yeah, when the Moors went all around Europe killing everyone, so we had to make our armies to defend them. Let's go right back to, and that was African black nations, and let's go far back to there where the Romans had to build their army to stop.
It's not going to talk about slavery. We were slaves.
That's what I'm saying. It all goes back, and it goes back at the same speed. So history is history. It happened all over the world. Every single country done it.
Yeah.
Was doing the invasions. Every single one. That's called history. We're talking about today's now society today, not then, not going back then, because everything can be landed straight back at one country. Every country done it. Every country. Yeah, it was called Carthage, wasn't it? The Carthaginians. That was Africa, and they run most of England. They used to do human sacrifice. They killed billions upon billions until armies were created in Europe to stop them.
Yeah.
So
There's
you can
no
say we done this and
comparison,
we done that, but it all lands at someone's feet, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying?
but there's no comparison to what Nin's saying about conflicts around the world and things that have happened to people coming here that we've actually extended the hand of friendship and welcomed them into this country to help them, and then they're murdering us.
Yeah, there's no comparison at all. But you know, not a lot of people know a lot about history. They only know what the things about history that they see. They don't go back far enough. They always stop at the place where they think it justifies their argument. That's what people do. They do it all the time. If you go back in history completely, you'll see what is going on.
And I work on the basis never piss off an old person, because a life sentence doesn't mean an awful lot in the way of a threat.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get to my age,
way of looking at it.
you know, a life sentence means fuck all to me at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I'm 65 years old. I've seen it all and I've done it all. There you go.
I know, it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
I couldn't get my head round when
they always talk about slavery
Oh.
like it's a colour thing. The Irish, my people, for my ancestry, were the first slaves. They was all white, being shipped all around the world in slavery. But let's not talk about that. You know, let's
I'll
not
tell you
talk
what,
about
Nin,
that.
open up your front door and you let them all come and live with you then. You let them all come and live with you. It's a totally different thing. You think it's okay for someone to go into a place with kids and stab them? That's okay, is it? You think it's okay?
That's just one of many instances.
You know,
Well, the ones don't even get reported.
That guy wasn't
Unreal,
migrant either, was
yeah.
he? His
it's
family
okay
was
for
migrant.
to kick off at the airport and attack the police. That was okay. That's absolutely fine. That's acceptable behaviour.
And they're going to do it more because they realise they can. It's like you said, in every other country they'll be shot. So they realise, oh, we can do it here. This one place we can do it.
Yeah, what about the doctor that drove the car with a bomb in it into Manchester Airport all those years ago? A doctor. You know, come on. It's terrorism. War is one thing, terrorism's another.
Exactly.
I don't reckon they should be letting anybody in unless they've got some coming on a visa, tourist visas, work visas. Anyone that ain't got the right documents, they go to jail.
Hello.
That's what I do.
Hello,
Come over as an illegal immigrant. Illegal migrant means
I'm doing good, buddy.
they committed a crime the moment they enter the country without the documents. They should be treated as criminals. I don't get it.
Exactly.
I don't know why we're taking them all in anyway. We can't cope with our own population in terms of services.
Surely it's a crime to enter a country illegally with no passport.
But anywhere else in the world,
who told me that? You, Frank? It's not, is it, or something?
It's not. If you come to seek asylum, it's not illegal, no.
So if I walk over the border, if I forgot my passport, I'll just say, I'm seeking asylum.
Yeah, and then you'll tell them you're British and they'll send you back.
Well, I was going to go and buy an inflatable boat and rock up on the Kent coast.
It's looking like a good option.
I
went on holiday once. I lost my passport in Italy. I lost my passport in Italy. I could just throw my passport away as soon as I'm on the mainland. I was in Europe and just come back and say, claiming asylum. What's the point going through the police station and getting a police report on getting you travel document? Just go straight to the Calais and just say, I'm a migrant, refugee.
It's all to do with human rights, though, isn't it? So basically, if we get rid of Human Rights Act, then they'd be able to obviously treat
locking people up.
People want, but then we lose them same rights, don't we?
What about
but they don't mind locking people up on the human rights. They committed a crime.
UK medic, would you justify giving up your human rights to be able? Do you think the nation would?
I think human rights is working against us.
Human rights works both ways. What about our human right to be safe in our own country? not to feel fear every time you
Well,
step outside
this is
the
it.
front
The
door.
human rights are to protect you against the government of the country and not the citizens.
Well, you see, I blame my parents for that when they signed my birth certificate, because I never signed up for any of this.
Yeah, we
My
don't choose who we're
parents, when they
born
signed that
to,
birth
yeah.
certificate, they signed me up to be controlled for
Turning
the
over
rest
to the
of
government.
Would have been
Yeah.
crushed to being born in the Bahamas instead, wouldn't it, boys?
life.
Or the Cayman Islands, you know what I mean?
That's a good point, actually, because we're all owned by the government, but these asylum seekers with no documents, they're completely free.
Yeah. You sign up to the system. The minute your parents sign that birth certificate, you're
Yeah,
registered.
that's a contract.
You're entered into a contract for the rest of your life.
It's been signed over to the government and they can do whatever they want with you.
Yeah, they own you basically once your parents
They
sign
own
that.
you.
So, you know, I go and find my mum and keep punching in the mouth.
God, I wish I learned all that when I bloody got my kids bloody done. I didn't know all this.
I just looked on Twitter. I don't know if you guys have actually known yourself, but a guy at the vigil is only yards away from the vigil with a knife.
Yeah, saying that.
That's more likely what sparked the shit up, which is understandable.
Yeah, they're saying that's what did do it. He was caught with a machete and
Yeah.
another one.
What sparked it off in Southend, it seems that there was 4 guys with machetes fighting in the street. I even seen the video of the guys running around near the seafront, the Southend, fighting with machetes.
Yeah, and the police looking like idiots, just walking back and forward.
3 of them, not knowing what to do. So what do they expect?
Oh, they're probably going to have a cup of tea with them, give them a gyro, and say, you got a place to live, a flat in a week.
But it's 2 against 2 fighting in the streets in the Southend on the seafront, in the main street, wielding machetes.
Yeah, that's not too far from me. I know that's getting close as where I bloody am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, at least
I'll come back on a crime spree back to England. They say that these other countries are safe havens of criminals, like Argentina and stuff like that. And I might come to England and start a crime spree. It looks like you can get away with anything.
It just seems you're being awarded for it now, but you can't because you're the wrong nationality. You're English, aren't you? So you won't be able to do it.
I saw a video of some black geezer. He was openly smashing a shop window in the daytime, taking the watches out. He's just openly doing it, and people were just staring at him. He was like, "What are you looking at?" And then he put the watch in his bag and he just walked off, like in a little town somewhere. He's just using an axe going smash.
I believe the law's changed about shoplifting as well, because I believe you're allowed to walk into shops now, as long as you ain't shoplifted like 500 quid's worth of stuff. They just make you put it back.
Fuck that, man. Imagine having a shop gone on a legit business.
I see a documentary about it the other day. That's the discretion the police have now. Just say, look,
I don't know how true that is, JJ. No. I've got limits on
shoplifting out here, you get a big kick in, you get 5 years.
I think it's 500 quid's worth of stuff, or a few hundred quid's worth. I don't know, but I see the documentary on the telly the other day. That now they have the discretion to say, just put it back. You do it again. This is it.
Yeah, I think it must be 500 quid. So they might have just changed it, JJ. Who knows?
Well, not myself. Theft is theft. If you walk in and you nick something, you're caught nicking, it's theft, isn't it?
You get a ticket over here, you fucking get caught stealing big time.
Yeah, they need
the owners of the shop are allowed to give you a beating if you get caught. And in America as well, you can get fucking legally shot for shoplifting. Fucking Magnum behind the counter.
UK medic, can I ask you a question?
You can ask whether I'll answer or not.
Yeah, obviously, with what happened, I would have thought that the paramedics would have been called at the same time as the police. Has paramedics leaked anything yet?
I don't know. I'm retired now, mate, so I'm not in the loop.
Oh, right.
But I would have expected, it would be normal probably for the police to be called first for that kind of an incident, obviously to protect the paramedics before they arrive. That would be the norm in that kind of situation. They wouldn't be allowed in without police protection.
Got it, Frank. Listen to this. If caught shoplifting, a person will either be charged with theft under the Section So-and-so Act 1986, or the goods stolen is not less than 200 quid, they will be asked to put it back. Shoplifting under Section 70 Act, Anti-Social Behaviour Act. Wow.
Yeah, so 200 quid.
200 quid. They have the discretion to say, just go and put it back, don't do it again, you naughty boy. Up to 200
Why aren't the owners allowed to use physical force to protect their assets?
But the owners of like little corner shops aren't they? But if it's a corporation and you're employed, you've not got that same privilege under the policy of working. But if you walk in local bossman's shop and try taking some shit, he's gonna beat you, bro.
Well, I know a lot of the.
They should be allowed to, I know.
They are allowed to. Yeah.
Also, if you steal food, apparently they don't prosecute because they figure you're stealing the food because you need to eat.
If it's a reasonable amount in it for one person. Yeah.
Seriously, still even a little bit of food out here, you get deported.
They'll go and they'll nick 200 quid worth of steak each time because they're going to sell it for their drugs. And they'll say, well, I wanted all this steak to eat because I'm hungry. There's a load of bollocks. It's always random.
There's an Aldi near French people can't stop steak now. They just walk in and take it straight away.
They got 3 months in prison for stealing somebody's plants out here in their driveway. Stealing a few plants. They got 3 months for that and then deported.
Yeah, but it was cannabis.
It's just normal plants.
Star dog, eh?
Mate, they take like feeding so much seriously out here. A bloke was caught stealing on a train because they got people sleeping on the train, taking stuff out of people's bags. Got arrested by a copper on the transport police. Got put in a Bangkok Hilton for that one.
Yeah. Well, I think I might go to the Ferrari dealers sometime this week and just help myself to a Ferrari and drive off.
Why not?
I'll just claim mental health issues.
Took it for a test drive. Take it back in 18 months.
Yeah. Prove that I didn't intend to give it back.
It's around the clone plates.
Yeah, it's not theft because you don't know I weren't going to bring it back.
You got James.
That's it. As long as you intended to return it, you're all right.
Say taking for a test drive.
Yeah.
Come on, you're right, UK.
How you doing, James? Good to see you, buddy.
James,
Frank. You right, Ron, brother? Yeah, man.
Right.
Jimbo.
Good, man.
Starting fake beef, weren't you, James? Kicking off in the chat yesterday, was it?
What's fake beef?
Yeah, you cooking up some fake beef on YouTube.
With who?
Me and James.
With who?
Me and you, James, remember? I'll grass this up.
Oh, JJ, shit.
That was shit.
Shit,
We could have a little laugh, that's all. We could have a little laugh.
He tried, didn't he?
I just
You
started
tried.
laughing.
I was going to come up and I was going to go.
Yeah.
Like, wanker, I'm fucking never going to get over that, you fucking bear.
Couldn't do it, man. I just
Then I
started
love for
laughing
each other.
straight away.
All right, Maria.
Oh, shit.
Hi, Maria.
Hello, Maria. Can't see my screen. The sun bouncing off.
You just said hello. She's eating some Ritz at the moment. She said hello.
I love Ritz with
Did you say?
Saint Aguirre cream
Ritz
cheese.
crackers.
Which crackers? Saint Aguirre
Nuts at the
cream
minute.
cheese.
Oh,
That
right.
is heaven to me.
Yeah, we have got cream cheese, haven't we?
Yeah.
Saint Aguirre, get that one. It's called Saint Aguirre cream cheese.
Oh, cream
It's
cheese
like
on crackers.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
Stilton. It's like a Stilton
Look at that.
cream cheese. Like a Stilton. I like Stilton.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Now shut the fuck up.
Sadly, but food, I'll have to get up and eat. Yeah.
Nothing being said though by the media about the guy who was supposed to be arrested. Well, it'd be yesterday, wasn't it? Now, wasn't it? With the knife near Vigil.
I've seen a little bit of it. I've seen pictures of him and a little bit of it, but not a lot. It's all being cagey right now. There's a lot of propaganda going on, I think.
Yeah,
and you're not going to hear the truth. You're not going to hear the truth in the mainstream media anyway.
They've got a cheat though, haven't they? They're saying it's EDL thugs and what have you. EDL ain't been around for 9 years. It disbanded years ago.
10 years ago, when
it looks like someone's brought it back, Ron. I'm still doing research, but it definitely looks like there's a group.
Yeah, the media have brought it back.
The name English.
They've probably made it in the last couple of weeks. Probably made up a little page.
It's been active since 2023, from what I can see. I've not looked at the website properly yet.
Oh, that's still early, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still going to be a lot of groups like that are slightly racist. You're not going to get totally rid of that.
A friend of Tommy's, he did a video earlier on. He does lives about an hour and a half long, and he turned around and said that the EDL officially disbanded 9 years ago.
And it just makes you wonder who started that. I mean, because Frank mentioned that that there was another website up about EDL opened up about a year ago, whatever. So just wonder who may that have been. Was that the government?
Yeah, exactly.
Kindling it?
Well, this is, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
well, I'll send you a follow request.
We always thought that it actually disbanded itself. It died. Yeah, Britain first died first, didn't it? And then the EDL, and that disbanded 9 years ago.
I shared a video where this woman was sexually assaulted in police custody on Twitter. They got the cameras which she requested, and they took her clothes off, but then the 2 hours is missing, and they said it's on
4 hours, isn't it?
Drive.
You're talking about that Asian woman from Manchester?
Yeah, Manchester.
What's her name? Yeah.
I can't remember.
Video footage from the journey to the police station is missing, and certain amount of hours of the CCTV footage is missing, or corrupt. They said.
Yeah, definitely corrupt. But the thing is, if she was on the other foot, and she was the one, doing the stuff. I bet that CCTV would just suddenly just spring up out of nowhere.
She did do a lot of playing with herself, but towards the camera. But her excuse for that was that she was given something by the police. So it's a very weird story. Very weird.
Well, anything can happen. She got nothing on camera. She can make up anything she wants.
Well, it could also be fucking true.
Yep, it could be. Well, she
was doing all that. Give her some drugs. She was doing all that. They got fucking horny and gangbanged her.
Well, she said that she admitted she was on cocaine when she was arrested. But then, how could you be go into the police station high and sober up and come out high again? So how did you manage to stay out of it? On non-sober for the whole 24 hours?
Definitely something not right. But
I've gone into jails and I've had loads of drugs up, and I've kept myself going for a week in police custody with the drugs I had on me.
Oh yeah. You can put some investors in your matches in your stock.
You've got a bank, haven't you? You've got banks.
Yeah, but if she's been stripped naked, she shouldn't be able to hide it. It'd be hard to hide it.
You fish it up deep enough, you're not going to find it, are you? Come on, man, what's that?
Yeah, I remember getting cigarettes in the cells, but they never said these are fucking arseholes. They never used to give you a lighter, and then they say, 5 minutes, we're back with a lighter. 5 minutes was an hour. So then you hit the ball. Then they turn the bell off, so you hit the door. You see people banging on their cells. It's a lot of time. It's not because they're aggressive. It's because they're waiting for the fucking lighter for the cigarettes. Talking about now.
Right.
They kept getting extensions to hold me when I was in there. The only time they gave me a cigarette was just before they transferred me to a secure unit. That was 3-4 days of being locked up with cigarettes with no lighters. Fucking arseholes. No wonder I was in a mental state when the time they picked me up.
They do that to break you so that you'll agree to anything by the time they finish with you.
Well, I was quite lucky because they actually did break me, but to the point where I wasn't even talking any sense. So they had to just get me into a secure unit. I was like rocking like a baby.
Well,
plus they had the evidence they needed on me.
This old man needs his bed.
Oh, God bless you. Thanks for jumping up, UK.
No worries.
UK medic.
I've got to do some stuff.
Yeah, take care, mate.
Take care, guys. Thanks for
a nice one.
See you later, UK.
Catch up with you soon. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Big up your Jester.
Yeah, UK, man. Take care.
See you guys.
Remember, if you're not subbed to UK, get over there, bro, because he's smashing it, guys. He's doing really well.
Yeah, I went in his live a little while back.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks back.
Check my ex channel out. I'm trying to build up my ex numbers. You can get. Put more stuff on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Can I put Paul Thorpe's link of the video that he did where it's alive?
Yeah,
that he did earlier
on, man.
Okay.
Totally trust what you guys just do your thing.
Yeah. Cheers, man. This is Paul Thorpe, people. This is his live from earlier on. And go subscribe if you're wanting to, anyway.
Go for it.
Paul Thorpe, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a massive following. He's got like well over 100k subs.
Yeah.
Is it 200k now, isn't he?
Right, I've just ring the bell.
I've not even subbed his videos, just appear. I like him though, because he does try and he's a good guy, Paul Thorpe. You can tell.
Well, you want to get over to JPM as well, and Ron's. If you ain't subs, get over to all of them and sub to them all. If you get the best reggae and the best lives ever from all these guys. And Frank as well, go over to Frank. He does a good live.
Mine has the best music than James, though.
Yeah, you got to go music with James. And I swear to God,
that's a fucking lie.
It does though. Mine has variations of music.
Nah, best reggae ever.
If you want to get a headache, go to Ron's and listen to Ron's music. If you want to be chilled out,
if you want to sit down and just let some really old school reggae, man. Best James all day.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I thought we were all far right. I thought we were listening to
reggae. Did you get it around the blues asses that love James?
Reggae is one of the first rebel musics you'd ever hear.
Right.
Skinheads,
all these skinheads go back.
Their own shit going on.
Listen to reggae.
Now, back then, I mean, it related so much to the UK as well. What was going on? Not just for the black, but for the poor people. You know?
All of them. Listen, like I just said, skinheads with big open up boots on, going cigar and all this, all listen to reggae.
Yeah.
Well, the first skinheads, they had black people and being skinheads.
It was more reggae.
Oh, it was ska, wasn't it? It was back in. It was rock steady ska back in the day. Was like skinhead music. Yeah.
Well, the first skinheads, they weren't known as like a far right wing. They had like a black people.
No, not originally. No.
The last resort. That's it. The last resort.
Last resort down the lane.
Yeah, you go down the lane, the last resort, and all you do is reggae music. All the skinheads outside, drunk on cider or whatever. But it was all reggae, man. Brilliant.
It's only when the National Front adopted the skinhead look that it all went pear-shaped for the skinheads.
And that's when started to break off the rude boy break off, wasn't it?
They try to recruit football firms as well. National Front, because they just loved having a fight. They just wanted anyone that wanted to tear up. They wanted to try and recruit them. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
sometimes
Hello.
it goes quiet.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. We was taught in,
Hello?
when I worked at Rehab that when you get awkward silences and you don't like it, it's because you've got a guilty conscience.
It's because you're trying to panic,
my guilty
thinking what
conscience
to
was,
say.
did I
It's
say something bad
anxiety,
just
that,
then?
JJ.
Yeah.
I was
That's
just
it,
trying
I
to
think
do
so.
some research on this website, and it does look like it's been around since 2023. And it might be owned by an American company, which,
Oh.
yeah.
That's weird.
It seems that it might just be a scam. If it's an American company, it could just be an Indian guy setting up a scam, mate, to be fair. But
For what?
Or it could be
because
just to keep
they sell
the media's narrative alive. That's why it's there, I reckon.
Yeah, well, there is that possibility as well, mate. Yeah.
But I'm sure
Have you ever used GoDaddy, James, to look up the owner of a website? Is it trustworthy?
Pardon? Say that again?
GoDaddy.
Have you ever used a website called GoDaddy to look up the owner
Depends
of
if
the
you
domain?
GoDaddy.
I've heard of the website. I've never used it.
You can use GoDaddy to build websites, so they host a lot of them. So you can use GoDaddy to see if they host the website or if the website's available to purchase.
But I'll go by the guys that I've been watching. If they turn around and say it disbanded X amount of years ago, then they're more likely know better than anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't mean to say that no one's set it up. Like, if you go on Facebook now and type in English Defence League, you're going to find a group by that name.
Yeah, there might be.
You can set up a Facebook group now called English Defence League. About 2 seconds.
That's what I mean. Anyone can do it, can't they?
But as a movement, does it really exist?
Well, this is it. Does it? It clearly didn't. But someone's trying to bring it back from the dead, aren't they, mate?
Or to make it look like it's back?
Yeah, I'm curious as to who, bro.
Another diversion tactic, mate. That's what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying. It's the newspapers, the TV, you know,
I agree with you, James.
outlets.
Yeah, but in 2023, it's a long-winded plan. It kind of.
Yeah, well, they didn't want it to go away, did they?
Who's the head person of the new founded EDL?
Well, this is it. We don't know. You'd assume.
They don't disappear. Carry on to something else.
So no one put their name to it. So
yeah, so it does not exist.
It does not exist. Say G&E's ahead of it.
No, just means it doesn't exist.
You know, say I'm not to worry about them then.
Yeah, you always anyway. Person and the chairman.
Whoever's got control to that website is the owner, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you can get someone else to build a website for you, like an agency or something, and you can make the details private.
Yeah, no, you can tell it's been. Yeah, the website, it's the host and everything, mate. You can tell they've made it themselves. It is someone either trying to create a group or a scam, or just to try and make it look like it's alive. If someone like me was to do some research, and then obviously they'd see it's alive.
Is it got a donate button?
It might take off again.
It has. Well, that'd be interesting to trace that.
You can buy items. There's all sorts, mate. Like, obviously, I don't want to share the link because I don't want people to sign up, bro. Do you get what I mean?
No.
But it's clearly.
Sign up.
I don't want to, if it's a scam, I don't want people getting scammed, bro.
Oh, right, got it,
yeah. He's well against scamming. He's
I fucking hate it, JJ.
He hates that shit.
Pisses me off, yeah.
Well, mate, there's fucking loads of that shit going on here.
I agree with you.
You got people ringing people up over here pretending to be police and saying that you owe a fine, you're caught speeding. Please send to this account number, or we're gonna. Or you have to go to court and take like multiple speeding fines. It's all out of bollocks.
Wow.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna type something in the back. Let me know if this looks Chinese to you. Because I'm partially dyslexic, especially at this time when I'm stoned out my head. As you can tell, I did. Oh shit, wrong one. One sec.
Oh, you typed it in the wrong chat.
Oh fucking, I'm on the wrong page, mate.
There's nothing in the back chat apart from my typing.
No, I'm gonna type it now. Bear with me, man. Give me a sec. What the fuck's the page?
Make sure it's the private chat and not the comments.
Oh no, yeah.
Well, I don't suppose that will matter too much, but
I wrote on the back chat, Master on, I'm on X, but if you read that wrong, it might mean Master on, I'm on Kiss.
Yeah, I've just replied to you backstage, but yeah, I will.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, well, right, mate.
10-4 breaker.
Pronounce that like.
Shin.
ain't that a maker of a shampoo or something?
Well, yeah, it looks Chinese.
Chinese
doesn't
thing.
it? You're not gonna.
It's Chinese.
You know, you might like what.
Yeah, but it could also look Eastern European.
Yeah,
That's the name of a company. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking like beauty products or something like that for some reason.
the company, the donations are
Yeah, I was on
registered.
thingy.
To,
You know that word you put back there? That's a thingy, a place where you buy goods like Tamu.
well, I thought it was Georgia. Well, I found a company basically where the donations go to. It's called the Knights Cross Military Order. Yeah, if anyone's smart enough, they'll know what else to type in to find it. And it changed names. Its previous company name was that. And that's where all the donations are going to. There's an address, obviously, in England. It's incorporated in England, the company that's receiving them. And it's saying it's a
that's spelled slightly different, JJ. That's got no C in it.
It is different, isn't it? That Cheyenne or whatever.
There's a thing I used to buy off of it, and I stopped buying off of that one.
Yeah, that's got no C in it, so it's that's spelled SHEIN. But this is spelled with a C, yeah. So
it might be a Knights Templar thing then.
Well, why would it have started with a Chinese company name and now all of a sudden rebranded to the Knights Cross?
Clever, aren't they?
You've got to be careful because they got this app.
An English gentleman.
Shopping app, and you download it and it turns your phone off and hacks your phone. And you can't access your own phone. What happens to my missus? She downloaded a shopping app like that. It's luckily she managed to pull the banks before they siphoned all the money out.
Scotland.
Yeah, the Ottoman Empire got as far north as Venice.
Yeah, it did very well.
Took a good chunk of Europe.
Yep, even the Moors, the Carthaginians, and all that goes back a long way. History. A lot of people that deal with history, they stop at where they want to stop, where they think it makes you look bad. But if you go back completely to the time in history. For thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, I thought these North African countries run the whole world. So everything can be landed straight back at their own feet. Slavery, everything. Wars, empires.
The Moors.
Anybody heard of
Europe back in 10th something, and then the Ottoman Empire, wasn't it? Were the second lot to invade into Europe. I'm sure that's how that's
Turkey, modern day Turkey nearly took over Europe.
Yeah.
It was the hammer of God. What's his name? I think it was a French king, I forget his name. And they called him the hammer of God. And he stopped it. He stopped it. And in Transylvania, the Transylvanian one, and they said it was Dracula.
Oh,
Vladimir or something. He stopped it. And the king, what was the king's name? The great French, I think it's a French king, and he stopped it as well.
Yeah, well, quite a few kings.
Charlemagne,
in the end.
Charlemagne, and Vladimir. They stopped the Turkish Ottoman invasion into Europe.
Yeah.
trying to dominate and take over the whole of Europe. So that's what I'm saying. When people go about history, we had to do this empire thing. We had to build our armies to stop us being invaded by them.
Yeah. Well, this is
So we
it.
invaded instead. Why not?
All empires one time
Exactly.
did band together. Literally,
And
they
it's called
banded
history,
together.
and it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, you can't blame a country for history if they all done it. Every single one of them.
Yeah, yeah, because they took
Every single
slaves.
country in the world done conquest, empire, and invasion and conquering countries. Every single one of them tried it. Doesn't matter whether they're Africa, Eastern European, or what. All done it. Every one of them.
The EDL hasn't been active since 2009.
About that side of things, we've always got to turn it the other way. Europe, nothing else.
Does anyone heard of something called organizational culture?
Yeah.
No.
What's it mean? Does anyone know what it is about?
No.
There's a geezer named
All the speculation, to be fair, mate. I haven't got a clue.
Well, it's just funny that someone who writes about that's his name is Ed Sheen. I don't know if you pronounce it Sheen, Schein. Don't know. Wonder if it's
someone
him.
who writes about it. Yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah,
well, Wikipedia hasn't posted anything.
Anagram for anything. Right, I don't know. Because it was called That Group Limited before it changed its name. And it's an English guy who's operating it. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's a scam. It does seem like there's a new leader to an EDL movement. That.
Well, on Wikipedia, it says it hasn't been active since 2009.
Yeah, but I could go and update it now with the facts that
you
found
don't know much about history.
true,
Of course, tropical countries done it. They done it to the neighbouring tribe. A neighbouring tribe.
Pirates, all kinds of shit.
Didn't mean they didn't go into
Well,
conquest.
this geezer with that name he's from Switzerland.
I don't know much about history.
Yeah, I'll put another name in the back. See if I'm trying to find a picture of him now.
This is an old geezer, Edgar Henry.
Simpson, Robert John. So I don't know whether it'll be John Robert Simpson, won't it? Or Robert John Simpson, sorry.
That sounds gone right up.
Yeah, his correspondence address is currently in Scotland.
Oh. Let's see. Let's keep our eye on that.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking Scotland would be a good place to set up a training camp as well, wouldn't it? To be fair, all the
them island. I'm sure they still use that area in SAS training and shit up the islands and that.
Yeah.
It gets all the fucking. They get all the climates in one day around there.
I think I'm going to reach out to this person for an interview.
I think you live in a fairy tale land where you think that other tribes never invaded other tribes. You're talking about.
Of course they did, Georgia.
Yeah, you think they Aboriginals never had wars and tribes against their own people. Well, we're not even talking about these small little tribes. We're talking about big countries that tried to invade other countries. And every big country, European country that was a big country, had no choice but to create armies. They was either invaded or we invaded, or you wouldn't have the freedoms or anything you have now. None of it. You're talking.
Yeah, I know.
What Aboriginal
that make any kind of sense? Then you just.
Who's she on about?
You're talking the sounds that had no significance. We're talking. You've done on earlier about we've done all the invasions. Like, no, we had to do the invasions, or we was going to be invaded.
Well, the Ottoman Empire lasted 600 years.
Yes, they tried to invade us all the time. What was we to do? Let them invade us then?
Yeah. North Africa.
Spanish Armada.
North Africa.
Yeah, they tried to assassinate Elizabeth II, didn't they?
they did. They're doing all these things. You're talking really silly. You really are.
Got the Vikings, all kinds of shit. And throughout history, there's been war.
No.
Just there's winners and losers.
Turkey and the Ottoman Empire. They tried to take over the whole of Europe.
Yeah, there's been a back and forth throughout Europe for ages, haven't they?
The last one was the Germans tried to take over the world.
Yeah, if you go to Nin, if you go to the west coast of let me think now. West coast of Africa, you'll find that they're still taking African slaves to Libya and then selling them off through the Arab nations.
Yeah, but you look all over Africa and you'll find child slaves everywhere.
Yeah, but
there's slavery going on today, which
that is a big human trafficking area.
Yeah, it's crazy Africa in it for some of it. Did you see that guy who ran around Africa? He ended up getting kidnapped, didn't he?
I'm all up for banning slavery, but today's slavery, not slavery that's already been banned 200 years ago.
100% gibberish. And then you're talking gibberish. So if you're not a girl, so you're a man then. Whatever you're talking, it is absolute gibberish.
It annoys me because there is slavery going on today.
You've seen you on panel.
Yeah, come up.
And that's always
what gets all them donuts.
With BLM and
fucking madness.
They're always saying about history of slavery, but the slavery which is still going on today,
exactly right,
of Africa into Arab nations, they don't want to go outside their embassies, and that is still
got the human trafficking, all kinds of stuff, man. But how can you try and ban something that's already been banned, for Christ's sake? It just doesn't make any sense. Stop slavery. From 200 years ago, it's already been stopped.
Yeah, the rest of the world.
Slavery still happening. It happens on like Uber Eats apps.
Exactly.
Just working.
Yeah, but the slavery that they're on about is the ones which has been outlawed years ago.
But it still comes down to, Jimmy, that it hasn't, we stopped it, you know what I mean? Let's be honest. The UK were the ones who decided, we need to stop doing this and put blockades, and a lot of British men's lost their lives defending it, So, but still Arab nations still do it. Arabic nations.
Oh, it goes on even in England, but not the slavery that they think about. There's people being trafficked, there's people being sold left, right, and centre with these organised gangs.
Yeah, getting into impossible situations and being held by debt. These Chinese, a lot of Chinese fucking everybody grows in London. But I don't know about now, but a good few years back, a lot of Chinese people were getting over into England and getting fucking up against forced to work in a house. Look after the fucking weed.
That's illegal.
That's in Manchester.
That's an illegal activity of human trafficking. But when you've got legal trafficking within an area which is still legal, that's really strange. Because where's human rights when it comes down to that part of the world? It seems like they're allowed to do whatever they fucking want.
Yeah.
We might as well make a ban heroin. It's already been banned, but let's just try and get it even more banned than being banned. It doesn't make any sense.
Double ban it.
Double ban it. 100%.
You get a death penalty for smuggling gear. Oh, yeah, that's not enough. We want more.
ICE is funny, and his new headline for today: police officer was subject to a deadly donut attack.
Fucking hell.
The best bit of banter I've heard him typing along.
An excited conversation. He's trying to run down my country for things that happened hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years ago, saying, "Oh, well, we did it. We just done this, and it had to be done then." Otherwise, we would have been the invading forces, and we would have been
Even if
invaded.
we're in the wrong, it don't make a difference.
Don't
This
make
is
no
now.
difference. We're talking about hundreds of years ago, and trying to make an example of what's happening now, what's going on now, and it's not true.
Okay, by their ideology, we should just bend over and just let everybody come in and do whatever they want.
And if you are a grown woman, then you should be able to take a little bit of this. You know?
I can't read the comments.
I don't want to. No one's being nasty. I have to completely respect you, but I don't agree with what you're saying. That history has no part in what's going on today, and you was trying to make it that we should feel guilty about what's happened in history, and we should make up for it. What should we do then? Get on our knees and bow down like a lot of people want, and lead us around the streets, you know, with a dog collar on. I've seen that on telly as well. You want us to do that? Or what happened in history?
Just open our doors and say anybody that's non-English can come in and take what they want. So
I'm
give me
never
brick out my house.
I'm never going to take the name.
Exactly. You know, what you want from things that's happened in history.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man.
That's
gibberish talk, and it really is. It's silly talk.
I'll tell you what, I'll bend the knee when all of these nations that made something as well, where we laid all the pipe work, everything stabilised and what have you, to all these countries, I'll bend the knee then if they pay all that money back.
Exactly.
I'll bend the knee if I become knighted.
Bend the knee.
You would accept a knighthood?
Not from the royal family, maybe from some deep underground organisation like the mafia.
Or the EDF.
EDF, yeah. EDF? Who's EDF? EDL.
EDL, sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. Well, bought my joke.
Yeah, it's funnier that you got it wrong, mate, to be fair.
EDF.
Yeah,
what the fuck is EDF?
I was starting to worry then. I thought maybe if I say yes, I might be signing up to the wrong thing.
It is EDF. Fucking hell. I bet I'm not the only person who's done that.
EDF, the English Defence Force. Actually, that's got a ring to it.
Yeah, that sounds good. There we go. We just started a new one.
I've got the fucking initials. I've got the anagram.
Yeah, EDF. I'll be a member.
Oh, you know what I'm banning?
You can be the founder member. You just invented it.
Now you're trying to make me feel guilty about banning you. Why would I ban you? You ain't said anything horrible, then. Stop it, sweetheart. Oh, woman. You know, I can call you a grown woman or whatever. You're taking offence to everything I'm saying now when I'm just saying to you. You know, that history has no relevance, right? Absolute no relevance on what's going on today. It really doesn't. So to bring back up things that have happened hundreds of years ago in history, look what happened in history and why we had to have these armies and why we had to invade. We had to invade. We would have been invaded. Yeah, they used to burn. Yeah, that's a good point. They used to burn history, burn witches in history. We're not burning them now, are we? That's all I'm saying.
Drown them.
So, you know,
spread evil.
Saying that no other countries done these things, it's not true. Of course they did. And
there's medieval practice going on today.
Was batshit
tribal
crazy,
armies went on, little tribal ones like you're saying as well. They did fight with other tribal plans.
Fucking hell. They were taking slaves left, right, and centre in Africa.
Exactly.
If there was never any war, there would be no divorce, no borders.
They may not have invaded countries, but they invaded their own countries and their own tribes and took them hostage. It happened in all parts all over the world.
Look at the Japanese. They used to go and fight like the samurais, and the Chinese used to, you know, go around taking land here. That's how countries were formed.
Exactly. And trust me, I suffer with all them same things you do, and at the moment, I've still got these killings in my head. So I might be projecting my shit a little bit here. And if you've taken it offensively, I'm sorry, Nin, I really am. Because I am projecting. I've just seen, you know, on the telly, 3 young children dead and a lot of others stabbed to pieces.
Oh, it's fucking
and
that gets to me.
it's really affected me. Really affected me.
The horrific part of what's been going on is that there's another 4 which are in critical condition. It's another 4, isn't it?
I think it's more.
It's fucking absolutely disgusting.
Now
Critical.
How do they expect the public to remain calm?
It was 6 and one died. So I think it's now 5.
5. That's it. 5.
3 dead.
Well, I read on mainstream media. I don't know if they're trying to hype this up, but they're saying somebody leaked a false name of the 17-year-old, and that's why they've gone like that. But
yeah,
I don't even know.
I've seen another name, and they turn around. Now people we're going by people on Twitter, which is saying whatever they want, but it is said in Twitter that the father is a diplomat, and that's one of the reasons why they're not digging and saying too much about it. Why they've shut up shop.
Well, he's underage, isn't he? He's 17.
Oh, he's 17, but they're not releasing anything else. So maybe that's a possibility. But that's people on Twitter.
Our foreign medias can print it. It's only the if a foreign journalist gets hold of it, their name, they can put it out there, where the laws of England don't apply.
That's definitely, if they want to, they can definitely do it.
That was always a thing, like
by British law.
That was always a thing with the internet, is that it can't be policed outside the areas. So with journalism laws, where you can't post something in that country, you could post it in France, Germany, Jamaica.
She went on her own accord.
Loads of stuff that's censored out here, which you can't see. If you go across the border, you can see loads of stuff about here.
There's no way to verify most of it, though, is it? Unless it's visual.
Exactly. That's why I said
it's visual.
You can verify where the parents, who the parents are.
People should
nobody knows who the parents are. Yeah. Because if you know who the parents are, then you know who he is.
Exactly.
So is he Rwandan or not? Then is he So his father will be a Rwandan diplomat.
Well, this is.
If he was
allegedly.
What if it's got any relevance to the deal? Like did he negotiate it with government?
This is it.
Tied in that closely.
This is all
heavily speculating.
His name can't be hidden for too long. He would have gone to school with people.
I can't see him being a diplomat. Diplomats,
it'd be on Facebook
the house
somewhere.
Where the parents are reported to live is it's a quiet street. Diplomats won't live there, to be fair.
But they can't.
We don't know what street he lives in yet. Unless
I thought he's in Cardiff, didn't they?
The smart people have been paying attention.
Cardiff.
Streets locked down, and one of them belonged to the parents.
Yeah, unless that film that I've seen where the police turn up to that house and you got a guy pacing up and down in front of the house, if that's true, and that's out there.
Well, he's going to be known. He's going to have friends on Facebook. He's going to have social media. He's going to. He won't. But the thing is, if they don't want to release the details, that's fine. But that leaves it to be open for people to guess, and they can't say nothing.
I don't think he did have friends on Facebook. I don't think he was on Facebook because
there's always a footprint somewhere.
He wouldn't have done what he did.
He would be known to someone, to local friends or people he went to school with. There'll be some digital footprint somewhere.
Yeah, if he's born here. If he's born here, most definitely.
Most of the same, he wasn't.
I think he's gonna obviously. He was born here. He was brought up in one place for ages, and then the family's moved. Like they've spent 10 years, obviously, where it's.
I thought he moved there when he was 6. That's what I heard. But
Born in
I
Cardiff
heard
Unless
loads
he's been living in a box, he'll
what
be
you
when he
known
just
to
was
said,
some
what I've
people.
heard as well. Yeah.
when he was
Movie
10.
was six,
He-
then it was
He
born
moved
in
to
Cardiff,
Cardiff.
then it was something else, then it was something else. But what you just said is what I heard. He come in when he was six, he moved over.
Well, there's
It's not
three
that
stories going around.
Oh,
One
it's
where
loads
the
of
house
it.
got raided was actually a refugee house. Two
yeah,
is
that's what I heard.
where he was born, and then the other one is where he come over when he was 6 years old. Which one of
And
the
then
three?
and what's the one he was? What's the
The
other one? He
one
was born
that's
in
been
Cardiff or something.
confirmed is that he was born in Cardiff. The parents are immigrants from Rwanda. They then moved from Cardiff when he was around 10 to Southport, where they've lived
We're
ever
not
since.
doing her any favours by
Seems to
letting
me-
the public guess.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
it couldn't
seems
get any
to me
worse
like
than what it is already.
you didn't integrate. Obviously, you might be born here, but you can still be an outcast, can't you? So I don't think he had social media. I don't think he had anything. I think he was a lone weirdo.
Yeah, but
He
unless he was living in a box, someone would know him.
on TikTok dancing like an absolute fucking creep. That's what I'm thinking.
Even if it was just a man in a corner shop, though, he would be known to some people.
Yeah, I suppose. But
People just vanished. Where's he gone?
Well, if look, he must have gone to school there. So I get what Jimmy's saying is that his schoolmates. He must have made friends, even if they moved once he was 16 and left school. He more likely would have made some friend, at least one friend, and some people knew of him. Have to.
Yeah, people would have known of him, but if you don't pay someone attention, do you really remember him? If you're always busy in your own little groups and that, like, would you know?
You definitely get memory recall if you've seen it. Have you seen his face yet?
I've seen pictures, but like the pictures I've seen, there's no way, mate. They can't be him. Nowhere near.
It's still a failure of the government to protect our citizens. Either doesn't matter who he is. It's a list of failures of the government protecting our people.
Well, you've got to think on this as well, right? If they knew that he lived in Cardiff, they've had to have gone to the house. So the house has been raided. They would have gone to the house because they'd have to look and see if there's any documents or anything. Looked at his social media.
Linked to
Southport.
Yeah, they had no searches happened in Cardiff.
Well, he ain't from Cardiff.
How many times?
Yeah, he was born in Cardiff, so he's from Cardiff, isn't he? He spent 10 years in Cardiff, and I'm sure it was either 10 or 7 years. He either moved for 10 years or he moved at the age of 10.
So that means that they're holding information, or he is in high esteem, the father, and that's why they're not giving out any because they would have had to still gone to the house. So somebody, there would have been a raid somewhere.
Yeah, it was a few. Right, what was it? About 8 miles away from where the incident happened.
That was a boarding house, wasn't it? That was a
refugee house.
That's where
with many residents.
Yeah,
many other people lived there as well.
Whether he got friendly with him and they've talked him into doing something like this. What do you reckon?
Well, they said what I've seen.
The problem is,
why would he be put in a refugee house if he isn't a refugee?
He might have just met him on the street.
The problem is that you see these incidents happen, and then later on it turns out that my father had been watching them for ages, and they say, "Oh, he was mentally ill."
Oh, they said that's straight away within the first few hours.
Yeah.
He was mentally health, whereas it doesn't.
But then my father was watching them for ages. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, that's
Same with
it.
the Lee Ridley thing.
How can they tell that somebody's mentally ill as soon as they've been arrested? Because it's virtually at the same time, as soon as the news hit it, mental health card was pulled
by looking at his medical records.
Yeah.
He might have already been signed off.
They knew he was mentally ill before this. He was on the high risk.
Yeah, there's something very fishy.
Yes.
When it comes out, it'll be very interesting to see why they held
The only thing which I
all this
could
information
imagine
back.
is if I decided in my head now and told no one I'm going to walk into a nursery and do the same thing, no one, there'll be no footprints, no nothing, no pre-warning. Very difficult to work out a motive or anything. Oh, that's why serial killers are very hard to catch, because they got no links to their victims.
I'd like the taxi driver to put out. What's holding him back from giving out a description?
Well, they must have got the old bill got to him and said, "Look,
whoever
not allowed
puts
to
out
say
the
anything."
right name's getting arrested, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure that he's talked to other people and he's turned around and said to other people about the description.
Yeah, so you'll have to wait until the information gets to someone who's not asked about taking the charge sheet, but then it will get uploaded and it will come down so fast no one will see it and they'll get charged anyway.
They could, I suppose, but nowadays there's cameras everywhere, and on cars and phones and houses, just private cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost hard not to be on camera nowadays, even on Google Streets.
I've got cameras all around my house.
I was on that once.
All round.
Standing at a bus stop. I was a bus wanker that day. I was in Wapping, JJ. I was in Wapping Lane. And I was just like browsing, I was browsing through Google Maps.
Yeah.
And I thought, let me go there just to see, like, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll drive down there, whatever. And I'm standing at the fucking bus stop with my face blurred out on fucking Google Maps. What the fuck?
You're famous. I
didn't realise. No, it's not there. Well, I suppose if you can go back in time and see if you can guess.
I'm surprised how quickly it's getting updated now. And
all the dates. Go back in the dates. They're probably still there. Yeah.
Some of these updates. These updates are happening really quickly. Like I've seen like shops that weren't there. There was empty land and a shop's been built there, and within like less than a month, it's already on Google Maps. Like the blueprints, everything. It's updating a lot more quicker than what it used to.
The person who built the building gets to update the map, don't they?
It's a business.
Can update it as well.
I can't wait for them to update the map so they can see my beautiful, nice patio now, because the one before was crap compared to mine.
It is crazy though. Like, back in the old days, to get the blueprints for a house, you had to dig deep. Now you just turn the app on the phone, look at the address, you can see what the back garden, the front garden, how many windows, what kind of windows
they are. In the library and look into one of those machines, remember? Yeah. And then slide all the things across. Do you remember them? What were they called? Not periscope.
Kaleidoscopes. No,
I don't know, but remember you used to put the documents underneath and they used to light up and you used to be able to move the eye thing around to different points on it. No, you used to magnifying like the rooms and the stuff for architects and stuff. What are they called? You used to have them in school.
There was a weird thing they put over it, wasn't it, with a light on it. And it used to,
and you used to look into the optical part, and you could see all these like negative. It was like a negative, massive negative type thing.
Yeah, I remember.
No, when a projector.
That's what he'd done in college. My older brother, who's dead now, a draftsman, and he had them. Exactly what you're saying. Can't remember the name of them.
No, neither can I.
No, it ain't a gyroscope. It's a different thing. What name's on about? It's
not a projector either. It's not a projector, like a slide projector.
No. On it, getting it on the
Yeah, and you said so you could like zoom into like to documents and
that's it.
Like
they made them sort of
but mainly it was for like looking at like rooms and stuff on like the architects and stuff.
Yeah, the architecture and the way that they used to draw.
What are they called?
Seen them used for old newspapers as well, I think.
Yes.
If it's the right.
Yeah, that's it. Newspapers.
Do Just reading Times Radio, that they've done a video, and it says in the description, some fringe outlets and social media accounts have been claiming that an asylum seeker who was on the MI6 watch list was behind the stabbing. Police are calling for speculations to end after online groups. Right, is there more? After online groups named a man has no connection to the attack, says Times Northern correspondence.
Wow.
Yeah, see, and that's a real 17-year-old kid that who would have been getting loads of abuse on his social medias, and it's legit not him, is it?
Or it is.
Well, that's the problem when I don't release the information. It allows
it's
everybody to guess.
If it was, just make it disappear. All the social media accounts would just disappear.
That's young, but I don't want to say it was a kid at 17. I had my first babies coming at that. He's married.
Yeah, I know.
Married.
Well, when I was growing up, it was 16,
going to work. I was paying taxis at that age, and
you can drive a car.
You can drive a motor.
Yeah, I passed my test when I was 17.
Yeah.
You know, when I talk about,
they got banned when I was 17 as well.
Talking about, it's below 10 and 12.
I lost my license 3 days after passing it for dangerous driving.
That's it. In my family, once you pass 16, that's it. You went to work and you paid rent, and that was it, no matter what. When I was growing up, the time you left secondary school at 16 years old, he was a man. End of.
You'll get there, Rally Alley. You'll get there, bro. You're a bit slow today, aren't you, lad?
We don't know if he had social media. We haven't got a clue.
No,
it surprised me that he had social media.
Guy probably not going to have social media.
It's like they said the other guy in America who tried to kill Trump. He didn't belong to Facebook, Twitter, all that, but they found that he had a, what was it called? Discord account. For gaming.
Yeah. Oh, Discord. Yeah.
So it's almost difficult to not be on social media now.
I think it's just like
Discord, wasn't it? Yeah. Some angry
even fucking Ron now is on. What is it you're on, Ron?
I'm on Twitter.
Oh yeah, you're on Twitter. Talk to Ron fucking 6 months ago. He would swear blind he would never be on fucking Twitter or what's it called now?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done.
I know. I know that's what I'm talking. I'm not being like funny or nothing, but it just shows you that you have to be fucking connected these days.
Well, it ain't just
one or another.
I don't accept this one. I don't do Twitter. I don't do the other one. What's it called? Instagram or everyone's selling to it.
I've done that on Instagram.
Sounds like an OnlyFans account, doesn't it?
He's allowed
Instagram only used for connecting with YouTube. People on YouTube very rarely post on YouTube.
The only reason why I've joined Twitter is because Elon Musk has now taken over and he's allowing people more freedom of speech. He's allowing people.
Is it because of the porn? It's because of the porn, isn't it?
I've got a clue.
I don't know. I want to go and look now.
The news.
I think Vegas did it. They allow porn on there now.
Oh, fucking hell. I ain't got a clue. Right, Jimmy. Jimmy will know if anybody knows.
I'm just checking the porn now.
It's going to look.
Research.
I've not seen any myself, though, to be fair.
Be sure Vegas said it.
I'm looking at two girls going at it right now.
You won't get banned off there, Ron. You can. You can do live on there as well, mate. You can do lives on there.
I don't know who my first target
is. There's porn on there, confirmed. I've done the research. I can send a link.
Done the research, good lad. Good lad.
I'm still research. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. I think Roger Waters will be more likely my first target. Roger Waters.
Is he on there, is he?
Yes.
I see him acting really childish. I forget. He was talking to Piers Morgan or someone.
Morgan, yeah.
He started getting like really childish.
Yep.
What?
Yep. Holding his arms. Okay. Why do you keep on interrupting me? And I thought, you fucking arsehole. You arsehole.
You made yourself look like a right dick. You really did.
Wait, there's some proper porn on there, man. Fucking hell.
James, is it all right, this Twitter? I might have a look then.
Yeah, there is porn on there. I can confirm. There's porn. There's porn. I'm watching it right now. You could get porn bombed on Twitter and nothing would happen.
Yeah,
you would.
I mean, I went on. I've been on Twitter, obviously. I've not got an account, I don't think.
Yeah, I ain't got an account.
I think you need to sign up.
You can sign in through your Google account and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm getting into this one.
Someone sent me a thing from Instagram the other day, and I had to sign into Instagram and open up the account. It's about this drug dealer getting stabbed. You've seen it, and he's going, drive, uncle, and he's jumping there, stabbing this drug dealer, and so I went and had a look at it.
Yeah.
See, what's
real, you mean?
Yeah, real footage. The guys in a cab, they jump out the cab, and these people trying to touch, and he stabs them, and they stab him, and he's saying, drive, uncle, please, and they're going after him, trying to nick his drugs, and he gets the drugs and passes them down his bollocks, and he phones the old bill.
Actually,
I'll send you it, James, on the WhatsApp.
It's
on there. I'll send you. It's a naughty video. It is a naughty video.
Because he gets all of his information off of Twitter. So that's watching his show, his lives, is what made me think, yeah, it's worthwhile joining Twitter. So he finds a lot more on.
Well, that's uncensored to a degree, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's because Elon Musk has gone, hang on a minute, people should have the right to express themselves. You know,
well, if you're watching news from any media outlet on YouTube, they're getting all their information from Twitter. So if you want to see it before they upload a video, you might as well just go to X.
Trying to find beheadings right now.
But yeah, some of it fake. Like, don't believe all the captions. Just watch the videos. I suppose that's the best advice.
Fucking hell, man! You're literally open to anything. You can get gore bombed, pour bombed. You just kick them off. Nothing will happen to you. I reckon that social media should be governed by the rules of the land, and that's it.
You always go to the dark side, Jimmy.
I know, if that was the case, X would be, it'd be getting sanctioned, wouldn't it?
I don't mean I think the owners of the apps, you know, obviously that's different. But I mean, as for community guidelines, whatever, that should be down to, you can post at your own free will. But if your government doesn't allow you to do it, then you accept the consequences.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what happened.
Well, you've made Ray Alley's night. How he knows you can get fucking porn on Twitter.
Oh, mate, there's just proper hardcore porn on there, man. It's, well, not hardcore, but it's fucking porn, man. You can see everything.
Everything?
Like the whole...
you're talking James into it now.
There's nothing blurred out.
Like you can see their nipples. You can see their nipples.
The beaver, everything.
What? You mean like their clitoris? You see their clitoris as well?
Yep. Well, I don't know what the two.
What about their arsehole? You see their arsehole, Jimmy?
Well, they're naked.
Flat.
And they got their top half out and their bottom, their things down.
So no clothes on whatsoever. No clothes on whatsoever. Is that what you're saying?
And there's girls on girl. They're doing stuff to each other.
It's their fanny farts.
Jesus Christ!
You can see we're on following. If you follow me, you can follow me following them.
What you're saying,
Jimmy, just hashtag fanny fart check for JJ quick. If there is, he's signing up.
If there's fanny
farts,
Jimmy, so what you're saying is they're all dead, Dave. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
If anybody mutes themselves and is off to make a long cup of tea, then you have to wonder what they're up to.
Well, I'm going to mute myself in a minute. Saying that,
there you go.
Yeah, a load of fucking perverts on here.
Especially at that time in the morning in England. A quick shuffle before bed.
I'm muting myself now. It's for a piss, but I want to listen to what's being said. But it's for a piss, all right?
Yeah, whatever.
But unmute it so we know you're taking a piss. I want to hear the treacle, trip. Oh, geez, I could porn bomb myself on them.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad, man. I'm just going to do some more research. BRB.
The fact that you're calling it research is shocking.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Jimmy?
we're not going to see him for ages.
I'm just interested in what stuff I can get away with. I want to push the boundaries.
Anything, mate. Absolutely anything goes over there. I've seen some horrific things, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Well, that's good because people need to know exactly what's going on.
None of it's censored. Like it's all raw
Look,
uploaded.
I've seen a lot of car accidents. I've picked up a lot of bodies and a lot of over it, and a lot of injured people, and I've picked up people's hands and bits of brain. And sometimes I see people driving like crazy, like in their English. I stop and I say, look, come over here a minute. I want to show you something. I'll show them all these gore pictures. And I'll say, this is what happens to people that drive like you.
Yeah,
and
I
said,
used
like,
to do that when I worked on the dust carts and all that, because I used to work down Commercial Road around our way where James and Load. We used to go at the Golden Mile, Commercial Road, Mile End Road and that. And we used to have to go and clean up the accidents around there, and pieces of brain on the floor, skull and all this, you know, when it was after they'd done all their, you know, checking and what they had to do, photographs, so we used to have to clean it up. I know exactly what you're on about from accidents, and there was more there than you'd ever know around Commercial Road and all that. People getting killed.
Yeah, I
all the
want
time.
people to see it, because then sometimes they thank me afterwards and say, like, you know, it seems like a bit of fun, you know, driving and wheeling down the road, but
no,
this
right.
is the person I picked up at 7 o'clock this morning. His parents never going to see him again.
Get the jet wash out, pick up all the bits. And you're right. It should be publicised, things like that. It should be honest. This is it. This is what's happening on a daily basis. Driving motorbikes like lunatics.
Motorbikes, cars, some cars crashing into concrete posts at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Drive around East London every day cleaning all the crap up. I swear to God, we was on the cart that done that, you know, the accidents after the accident. More than you ever know.
You see the side which normal people don't see. It's a parallel universe.
Yeah. It's more the young kids when they first get their license. They get their license, they get these little bikes and they just drive about like loonies or a car, whatever it is.
Or when it's that fucking, what's that Islamic holiday, and they all rent the cars, JJ. Well, you know,
that's the one.
They all rent the cars, and you guaranteed, you know, Limehouse Tunnel, guaranteed that a group of Asians will get killed in there.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
Yes,
twice a year at that, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I see people. A friend of mine died in
England. All the mess,
James.
I was on one of the carts. It used to be along Commercial Road, the thing.
Yeah, you become numb to it after a while.
Lorries that was sent out to clean up the aftermath of all the accidents and the things that you know. I got desensitized to it in the end. I just
yeah. When you meet with the people there, you just have a laugh and a joke with them. People think you're laughing about the accident, but you're not. You're just talking about unrelated incidents.
Trying to not think about what's happened as well. So you're sitting there, you're talking to your pals, and it's every day to you when you're doing it. You're not laughing.
Yeah. I was just sitting there having a laugh, taking the piss out of each other for something we did the night before or something like that.
Yeah.
Imagine the first few times you're going to be thinking of the scenario. I'd be thinking of like, you know, what would they would do in that precise moment when it all fucking. But after, like you say, 5 or 6 times, you're going to be like, oh well, poor fuckers. That's it.
It's like being a robot in the end, James. You just do it. You're trying not to think about it because you could have been lucky enough. I didn't have to do it with any of my family or people I knew. I never knew anyone.
That's the bad one.
Imagine if it's someone you knew or your member of your family, and you're cleaning up pieces of the brain and all that. You just couldn't do it, could you?
You know, I've had to do that a few times.
Yeah, I'm glad I never had to do
the only ones which stick in my mind is the kids. Like some of these dropped a fucking baby off a motorbike that's not even 1 year old, and oh my god, oh, because and then I'll see the parent get the news, and the parent passes out. They can't deal with that information. Those are the ones I stick in my head.
Yeah.
And a dad seeing his son, his 17-year-old son, just his head been run over by a lorry right in front of the dad, and the dad's picking up his son. And his head, the back of his head burst out. Oh, I mean, for me, that I don't know. The worst one was the little kids. There's some people in There's some people I see my doctor. I forgot to see the doctor today. Actually, I forgot about that. And they talk about other cases where people are doing like humanitarian stuff along the Gaza Strip, and that they're a bit messed up from it because they had to deal with the hostage situation. Where they picked up babies and put them in microwaves.
My nephew, like the one who was the sergeant, first class, and he was in the Navy at first, and he was on the boats. You know, when the tsunami happened over the Philippines.
Yeah, in Thailand as well.
They was the first ships to go over there. Was the English ships where he was on, and they used to have to get the bodies out of the sea. He's got PTSD to it from this day because a lot.
A friend of mine's got that as well.
You know, so you're talking about a lot of dead bodies that they had to pull out to sea. You know,
about 100 people. My friend picked up on an Aussie boat. Over 100 people, just picking them up onto the next one, onto the next one. It's just absolute carnage everywhere.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy started.
It's a bit more upbeat. These are the dream songs and stuff. Why I went live.
I think what I think's weirder is he's gone from watching porn to talking about body parts.
Yeah, now we're talking about.
I see where he gets the name Jimmy Fiddler from.
Okay, there's a thing there. Wasn't the Yorkshire
I can't
Ripper
sit still. Well, no, porn is not something I really search for because, you know, I only live 5 minutes from the nearest happy ending.
And plus, you got a wife.
Yeah, and I've got a wife, and she drives me mad with too much of that stuff. You know, you can have too little, you can also have too much. I'm physically exhausted.
So if you're having too much, what was your first thought that you was 2 minutes away from the an happy house or whatever you called it? Why wouldn't your first thought be,
if I wanted
the
porn,
wife, you know?
I don't need to watch porn on the computer because, like, it's all around me everywhere. Like even before I had a wife, there's no need for me to download porn. Because
they won't rule that porn thing. I've got a better imagination.
No, I'm not really into watching porn, to be honest. I was just interested if it existed if you could get it on Twitter. I want to see what I'm new to Twitter myself. I don't really know what you can and can't do.
What's that? What's this? What's that? Bradley's written, who do I follow on X? What's that?
X is Twitter.
Twitter.
X is Twitter.
Well, why are they calling it X?
They changed it to X.
Elon Musk bought it.
That's the problem. You say, follow me, then.
Oh, I've been seeing that everything.
He brought it to Chinese.
In the chat.
Okay, so that's Twitter, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheers, Rally, man. You enlightened me there, mate.
Because when you put an X at the end of the sentence, it looks like a kiss. It's like, follow me X, like, follow me kiss. Like, what? You're on about weirdo. Oh, I mean Twitter. That's what people still call it, Twitter rather than X, because it's.
I normally call it X, but because people was referring to it as Twitter, I thought I didn't want to confuse them.
Is that our Ricky?
It looks like it.
Don't draw attention. Don't draw attention to Chris.
No, leave him. It's sort of like, let's just casually imagine he's not there.
Oh, Chris.
Yes, his backup account. So I don't know his normal account. I don't know.
That's trouble. That is trouble.
You see, well, right in the back, Ron, I sent you a follow request on X. If I didn't put it on X, it would say, I sent you a follow request, X. And they'll be like Kiss.
Yeah. Go.
He's a little bit persistent, isn't he? I'm trying to wonder now.
Who?
Yeah, I'm not logged in at the moment. So when I log in, I'll look and
I'm getting into it myself because you can chat to people as well. That's the only problem I've got with YouTube is you can't private message someone. That's why I have to open Instagram up just so I can message people.
You used to be able to.
Did you?
You can't no more. Yeah, back in the day, and they took it away.
Because that's the reason why I got on YouTube in the first place, because I wanted to take the piss out of Scotty G.
Yeah.
But I want to send him a message, but I couldn't, so I made a video, and then I put the link of the video in his comment.
Thanks, mate.
Then he watched it.
Bless you, brother. He always gets nice and treats, he does. Thank you, mate.
Well, I wouldn't be on YouTube.
You should be able to follow each other in the chat as well.
Oh, you got 10 quid. Nice one. Big up Mickey Mouse. How much do YouTube take off that one?
3 quid.
Take 3 quid, roughly.
To be honest, I take a bit more than that when you put the taxes in as well. You get about
okay.
5.56.
So taking about 4.5 quid, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what about they allow more people to be monetized?
As well, James. They take
fuckers, isn't it?
Yeah.
They need to allow people to be more monetized more easily.
They pay a tax when you donate. You pay a tax.
Yep.
And you also pay a tax.
Yep.
So as a receiver, you pay the tax. That's ridiculous. You're getting it every which way.
The only other way is direct PayPal, but then you've got to hand your details over to someone.
Oh, not really. I don't get your details with PayPal just a little bit.
But when someone docs somebody's their bank statements with everybody's payment details on the other side of YouTube. I'd lucky I haven't got PayPal. I've been banned.
No, just that was just a PayPal though. No bank details were exposed in them things. It was just transaction. That's all that was. It was no numbers there that could.
No, just the names of the account owners.
Just the names. Yeah, the names.
Well, when you get a name in England, you can just put that in the computer. You know roughly where they're from already from their accent and talking to them. Well, you can narrow it down very easily. Like, for example,
why would you want to do that? Why would you think someone would want to do that?
Well, someone did it. They got the list of all the people that donated, and they sold the statements to their enemies for cash.
On what? On where? What, on YouTube?
On YouTube. Ash Douglas. Ashley Douglas done it. He threw everybody under a bus. He made everybody donate. He made up like he was like anti-doxing and seemed like a good geezer. And then a lot of people donated for him because he didn't, like he kept saying he needs money. He's going from travel lodge to travel lodge and buying him beers, buying him cigarettes. And then he just doxed somebody. Said, like, the bank details, your PayPal, everyone's been sending you money, and he just gave it to the highest bidder.
Yeah, but what information? All they're going to get is your name, isn't it? That's it.
Sometimes all you need.
By PayPal, you get name, address, and that's all, isn't it?
That's all you need to. And some people have been heavily trolled due to that. I mean, heavily. And they've had to leave YouTube.
Oh, and phone number as well, James. Name, address.
I was threatened with that the other day by someone that are going to troll me to death.
Yeah, but they don't underestimate them because they go after your family.
I'm trembling.
No, the problem is like they don't go after you. They'll find your brother, or your sister, or your niece, and they'll start targeting them, and then they'll come to you and say, "Why are these people attacking you because of what you've done?" It's like, what have you been doing? And they'll make up a story that you've been messing with them in a really nasty way, and then turn families against each other. It's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, but there's no truth in. There'll be no truth in none of that. So what's?
Following
some people are afraid of that shit. I mean, but
The problem is, like, for example, I've got a brother or a sister, and they got kids, and they follow them to their schools, take pictures of them, send them to my brother, and my brother's like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, now you're going to have to start taking action. Why don't you shoot them? Why didn't they fucking just get rid of them?
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. If it was that easy, it would be done. I mean, probably could mean even doing a prison sentence yourself, because that's the problem. The coppers don't do
it needs to be. Do it.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I'm not talking about my own experience. I'm just talking about what has been happening. Everybody deals with different ways. I mean, some of these people are in fucking wheelchairs, so there's not much they can do.
Well,
but, you can be behind a keyboard.
Yeah, I suppose if people are going to be leery, I suppose you've got to be careful, ain't you? You can't hack it.
It's not just that. It's some people that have been exposing the truth about other people that don't like it.
Oh, see, that's where I don't understand all it. It's just all beyond me.
Yeah, I've been in trouble before, and what annoyed me was they didn't go after me. They started, trying to contact my missus and stuff like that. And there's crazy people sending crazy messages, and it's the way that they read it is that I've brought this on them. I've brought this into the family. I'm the one to blame. I was like, I had to explain, no, it's not me. They're horrible people. It's like, yeah, but why do you get involved with these people? I'm like, oh, fucking hell. At the end of the day, you got to remember, we're on a panel with probably 1,000 people watching, complete strangers. And then they got your details, and if you say something that's not wrong, that's something that they don't like. I got trolled years ago because I was on a Britain First page, and my Facebook was more open, and I took pictures. They downloaded pictures of me and my child, and they put like, "Oh, this, please, anybody sees this man, he's kidnapped this child. Please contact."
Wow, really?
I know. Hell, that's what open. That's why I never showed my face on YouTube.
Nothing to do with you being a wrong and escaping the UK for some suspicious activities. No.
That's just ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean this was years ago. No one even knew about. No one even knew I was in Thailand. I was just because of the political shit that was going on.
Go straight to the point there.
No, it's because he's got a nickname, Jimmy the Fiddler.
I was in the Natural History Museum with my daughter. I took a selfie.
It went over his head, I think.
It did, didn't it?
I was. Whoosh. Oh, mate.
Never mind. Ricky, you jumping up instead of complaining about your spanner in chat. You jumping up, lad?
I'm going to go for my breakfast. He can jump up. I'm jumping down. Grab me on.
He's gone, Jimmy.
Another 5 in. You ain't got to worry about that.
Got some porn to watch as well. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Jimmy on that.
Yeah.
But he's well happy with X, isn't he?
Oh, Frank, that done me what you just done there.
No, I just joined it because I saw how Mike was using it, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, that's a good idea.
Oh, we've got the brick in the house.
Yeah, you come up in it. That's why Jimmy ran off.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think we wound somebody up the other morning on a live, didn't we, Chris?
Who was it? Was it prank?
No, it was
you were being a bit bitchy the other night on a live though, prank. I'm sorry, I may have been wrong, may have been like referring to another person, but you were being a bit of a bitch the other night, prank. So we'll leave you for a second now, right? We'll get back to what Ron was referring to, right? Just shut up and bow down.
Are you talking about that night he done 2 rage quits? Is that what you're on about, Chris?
2 rage quits?
I counted 3, me.
Huh? Oh, you counted 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. My one he did a split.
No, well,
Run away, run away, run away and save your life. Oh, I'm the disco, weren't we, Frank?
Well, oh, no, in fact, I let Society X's as well, so that's
I'm
2.
caught in a trap. I can't walk out.
Well, I only counted 2. So it's pretty you counted 3.
I know, but what I do is typically overestimating, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
No, I left.
Every time I get the rule out, James, it's the same thing, you know. So
I can't remember now, though, but it'll come back to me. Man. And Society X's, yeah. Bias Welshman just misunderstood what I was saying, and I couldn't be arsed spending.
Are you being racist? A Welshman misunderstood what? Are you being racist, Frank?
Call it what you will, bro. Call it what you will.
Right. I just called it racist. Are you being it?
Caught in a trap.
No. What are you saying, Chris?
You asked for me up here, Frank. The only fucking reason I'm up here is because you sat there, give it the big licks, said, "Come on, Bricky, come up here if you're moaning about your fucking spanner."
I didn't know you had beef with me, bro. I thought we was chilling, me. But obviously, if you want beef, you're gonna have to give it to me.
Oh, come on, there's nobody. No, you never come across Jimmy before. Do you not realise he's a proper weird as fuck, right? But you're kind of misunderstanding him, Frank. You are. The lad says he was actually in Thailand when he was getting trolled, right? Okay, so he didn't move from Britain to go to Thailand because of the situation. It happened when he was in Thailand. Now, no one's doubting. People move to a foreign country for certain things. You know, like when you've got like Decker Haggy and people like that gone to Thailand to air day certain things for a little bit of time. Yeah. Jimmy's got a family over there, wife, kids. Heard them, seen them, right? Okay. So, for me, them kind of accusations are very fucking low blow and cheap, coming from someone that I've never seen before, and all I've heard of you is you're a bit of a fence-sitting walling bitch.
Yes, lad. That was a little bit of banter. JJ seemed to have got the joke, but it went over everyone else's head and offended Chris the Brick in chat. Go on, lad.
No, didn't offend me. You offended me by saying that I was moaning about my spanner. All I was asking Uncle JJ was to make his admin so I can fucking block somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's no point having this kind of power.
Nah, I've got me special people with admin. Don't worry about that.
With there, how many packets of Werther's Originals do I have to buy you to become a special person?
We're not that close at the moment, mate. You know, you've only just come on here. You know, first time.
Well, you could put me where fucking James is, and we could be a lot closer.
No way, James is the one, brother. Don't worry about that.
James, you're going to have to tell me your secrets, honestly. You're going to have to pass them down to us eventually.
It's got to do with postcodes and people who we know.
It's my charm. It's always been my charm.
Oh, wait there. So, Uncle JJ just made it about location. Never mind, like what Frank does, makes it about race. So basically, I'm in
postcodes, mate. Postcodes.
Location. Location.
Location.
That's your crazy, Chris.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's another one. That's another one. Can't have two crazy people up there. I mean, I'm totally off my head. So with you,
hey, stop talking about Ron like that. Will you? For fuck's sake, come on, he's not that crazy.
James keeps me calm. James keeps me on a non. I can be ruthless at times. James can be.
Listen, you want to see the place prankstone at the minute? It's got no fucking roof on it. Honestly, he's squatting in it.
It's got no roof on it. Yeah, it's tarpaulin. I've got a roof. I just ain't got windows and walls and doors, and I'll be all right. I'll be all right. It's windy.
I think I don't have about 3 or 4 people in my chat. I start talking everyone. Calm down.
Let me see if I can upload this video. Got a funny video for you, JJ. Bricky might appreciate a bit of laughter right now.
You know, I appreciate a bit of laughter, Frank. Come on, for fuck's sake. You know, I love a bit of laughter.
I've been struck the last 3 videos of them.
Some guy goes and tries dancing at police, and
Well, not properly. But,
Oh, did you see that video of that geezer getting it in the chest? A split second, back at the back of the head. He turns around, wiping the blood off, and then it hits him in the nuts.
Yeah,
fucking class.
That's the one that I was going to show. Yeah,
That was. Is that the one you're going to show?
yeah.
Oh, still show. It's funny. I'll still laugh again. If someone gets hits in the bollocks, it's always funny.
What's not a laugh at? I mean, the best of it is he's made no claims up to now, right? And every one of them police, right, are going to be moaning their tits off, right? Yeah, because I've done my job and I got something how it is. Well, you shouldn't defend a murderer, should you?
They wasn't defending the murderer, Ricky.
Oh, so he didn't murder 2 kids?
They was defending the mosque, not the murderer.
He didn't murder 2 children at a dance recital with women and children. Women and children. With that prank. Are you actually taking a stance where you're saying that this is so? You were defending the riots the other day. You were defending the riots the other day, right? For some Romanian person that chucked a baby out of a window, a car window or a house window, and you said that was well justified, right? But when 2 young girls died.
I said it was justified. I said the riot was not a riot. It was shit. That was a riot. Shit got broke. Do you know what I mean? That's a riot, bro.
What is that fun? Should that have happened anyway? Should that have been that should have never have happened because the actual incident should have never been allowed to take place. In the 2-tier justice system, prank, which you're standing there laughing about right now, let's face it, mate. Have you got children there that you could be worried about this happening to walking down the street? I don't think you fucking have by the sound of it.
Discussion, so it just goes to show you forgot all our last discussions, so I'm not going to entertain it, Chris. You already know if I've got kids, bro. The whiskey's just obviously talking now, lad. You need to swig some more and forget about this.
Shit flavoured lollipop, right? Honestly, you are. You asked for me up here, prank, right? You asked for me up here. I was happy sat in a fucking chat, right? Don't start a war. Don't start a war if you're not prepared for fucking one, dickhead, right? So if you want to see your goodbyes now, right, I'll disappear gladly for you, right? Because I'm not invading anyone's fucking life. But you asked for me up here. Uncle JJ, I apologise about this, my friend. I do. Ron, James, I do. Everyone in the chat. But you asked for me up here, prank. You fucking asked for me up here.
And everything was chill, bro. I'm just responding to what you're saying.
Right.
Lad.
Well, I tell you what then. Go fuck off, bow down in your corner, right, and be my bitch again, you little fucking divvy, right? Because you're nothing but my little victim.
Acceptable what's happened, and you're fucking tripping, Chris. No one finds it acceptable. Stupid, bro.
Oh, that's all right, lad. That's fine. That was what went mad there. How did that switch all of a sudden?
I think he's 4 bottles of whiskey deep, and he's still holding something against me for something that I can't even remember what he's on about. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I said come up because every time I've spoke to him, we've had a laugh. It's
all right. He's normally all right.
And I don't think it's acceptable. I think it's despicable.
I'll tell you what's going on is there's a lot of high passions now with what's gone on the last few days, and people are just irate about what's gone on. A lot of projection. I've been projecting on here tonight as well. A lot of anger going down. You know, this recent thing with the kids and all that, I think it's totally messed people's minds up completely.
Oh, definitely.
I really believe that. I don't believe any other way. I mean, poor old Lynn there, I got a little bit angry over a few silly comments. Poor old Lynn got the brunt of a bit of my bloody projection, which I apologise to you, Lynn. I am sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's the high passions. It's the high passions, man. High passions. People were angry about these kids getting killed and said a few things on there, and I'm thinking, how can you say that? Does that justify the 3 kids being? I've got a bit of para thinking, how can that say that? You're justifying 3 kids being killed when it had nothing to do with that. So passions are running high, man. You know, I think forgiveness is in store for us all.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even upload this video. It's in the wrong format for StreamYards for some reason. I don't get why, but it won't let me upload it,
It won't come
JJ.
on frame on there.
No.
James about to do it. He knows all this stuff. James, send it to him. Can't you put it in the back?
I'd have to re-render it or convert the file, and I just can't be arsed, JJ. Yeah,
don't worry about it.
a little bit disappointed in that last bit of it. Yeah, don't know.
But you open it up in VCL and then present VCL.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris was booted. I think Chris left.
No one voted.
I'm just saying to Mickey, I think Chris just said that's why he said goodbye to everybody and sorry to the rest of us apart from Frank.
Who was voted? No one voted anyone.
It's all right.
It was not voted. It was not voted, Mickey. I didn't vote him off. I was talking to him when he left. I said, "What's that, Chris?"
Yeah, he's entitled to his opinions, but he can't be making statements that I'm happy with that and I'm defending it, because that's not what I was doing. So
no, I know
I don't believe he would do that for 1 second.
No, you're just trying to find that clip where the guy got a brick in his nuts. But Chris didn't hear that bit, so.
Oh, bloody cat again.
It was like something from a comedy show, though, wasn't it? It was like boom, boom. Like, I expect that on like something like the young ones or something. You know?
Yeah, it was like it was sketched, didn't it? And it was just a local police head.
Yeah, Mickey, you know me better than that. I'd only vote if it got really offensive. If it got really offensive, I would, but I don't think it was overly used. I think like I said the other night when I left, guys, don't worry about saying sorry or any of this. We're all in high action mode, high emotion mode. If 3 kids and all them little kids being stabbed is not going to make people, and I don't know, you've got to be a fucking psychopath if you can't feel that emotion. You've got to be. But a lot of us on here are not like that. So we're just running high. Don't forgive that shit.
Yeah, and if you're still listening, Bricky, I forgive you too, bro. Hopefully, next time we meet, we can have a decent chat again. Because, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of places that I've visited today on YouTube, a lot of different lives, isn't it? All over the place. People are high tension at the moment.
I was watching people from 2 o'clock giving out misinformation run. And then when I come back, the riots had kicked off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of makes you think, did misinformation lead to it all starting? Did that guy turn up with a knife because of the misinformation all over the social media? No one really knows. Was he there to try and cause it? No one knows, do they? This is it. Like,
well, I'll put it this way. I've got to be honest here. And why would you want to brandish a knife, to be seen having a knife not far from a vigil? You know,
well, yeah,
you wouldn't. You just wouldn't.
Yeah,
so
this is it, innit? Yeah, this is
it.
So
that's going to really roll people up, because they're more likely all sitting there and think to themselves, "Is this a copycat? Who's going to come into the crowd, sort of mingle in, and all of a sudden start wielding it?" So the tension is going to rise boiling point. But this has been due to happen for quite a while, and this is it. It's tipped over, and the government still, what was it? It was on Society X's, wasn't it? They turned around and Vincent found it. How what's her scaggy name in Parliament? But she was given a speech to do with the Leeds thing, and it was like pander to them. But when she said about what's going on in children, you know, and she's calling it out and saying, "Oh, he's right," but and you think you need a good slap across the head, give your head a fucking wobble, because you know, people are high tension because of what it is today, but you was pandering it. I just don't get it. The left have taken over. The left have definitely taken over. For serious matters, they cry out and say everybody's far right or EDL or this, that, and the rest of it. When people in Leeds went out into the street for no reason whatsoever, they didn't know any backstory, and they pandered to it. The police ran away. So, proves the two-tier policing.
Different situations in Leeds, in it, where they ran away.
Well, no, it isn't a different situation.
Yeah,
you know,
they'd already took the kids and they'd evacuated, hadn't they, at that point? So yeah, they had to defend property, didn't they?
Well, they had to defend property that night.
Well, the only property damaged was a bus and a van.
When they can defend property rather than human life. That's a sad situation.
I know, yeah.
You know, my granddad always said human life is the cheapest commodity. That was one of his. I learned that from him years ago. He said, "Yeah, son, don't worry. The cheapest life to use. Don't worry about that. They will rather defend bloody property than you."
There was a delivery truck, wasn't it? And that was raided in Leeds, and all the guys' goods were taken out the back. That's property, but they still didn't bother about it this way. But they do bother where it's actual. You know, everybody knows. The whole world knew what happened, and then I just don't
I
get.
never ever knew what that two-tier thing meant, but I totally understand it now, and it is going on.
Exactly.
It's 100% going on.
It's
There's an agenda here to wind everyone up, and I believe it's a deliberate act, and everyone's being wound up with it all.
No, well, you know, I don't agree with what happened in Southport. Far from it, but I can understand why. I can totally understand 100%.
Big Mac UK has written there. Welcome to the Conspiracy Hour, where you can find out whatever answer you want, any question you want of the conspiracy that is the internet. Spot on.
Well, that's you have to take everything with a pinch of salt. Even Twitter, I'm taking everything with a pinch of salt.
Yeah,
what time are you going on? Because I'll end and send them over to you. You're normally on at
I'm not going live. I'm not going live.
No, Nutter, I mean, Nutter.
Oh, Nutter.
He goes on at 6, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I then just before that, and you can go over to Nutters, okay, guys? But
with Twitter, it's got a feature where you can bookmark. I recommend doing that with anything you're not too worried when you something that you worry about and you don't know whether to trust it. Bookmark it, and then if you check it 6 hours later, if it's fake, there will be an update telling you.
That's what I have been doing. Yeah, I got you that. No.
I did it with about 100 things one time as a little social experiment for myself. A large majority.
Where's James McDonough? Where's the voice of the house? It's Nutter's birthday today. Ready?
Happy birthday, Nutter.
2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday to Nutter.
Happy birthday
to Nutter. Happy birthday to Nutter. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Big up the Nutter. Happy birthday, mate.
That's absolutely brilliant. We're hoping for a sunny week out with people.
All about the Nutter. We get a birthday song up. Let's see if we can find one on the internet that I can play on here. If anyone how to do that, can you get one up, James? A little birthday song we can just
have a look.
Have a look. See if you can do it. Oh, should I look? I don't know how to do it anyway. I don't know. Should I look? You. Go on then.
Yeah, I found that bookmark thing, so yeah, I know what you mean. I've been bookmarking a few things just to see if it's still there. So
Yeah, well, nothing gets taken down, but if it's fake, it gets an update. It's there's people trying to go out the way to do it, but it takes them a while because they've got to fact check it and
You're
provide
back,
sources.
JJ.
You got it?
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I haven't listened to it.
Well, there you go. Go on, mate. That's the stage. This is to you, Nutter.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to dear one. Happy birthday to you. From good friends and true. From old friends and new. May good luck go with you and happiness too.
Was that a Chinese person singing that? Good luck go with your. Good luck. Did you hear it? Good luck go with your. Happy birthday to you. Big up,
Careful,
James.
careful.
Got a more
Mother
funny one.
left me in here
Big up.
listening and going, oh, look, JoJo's being racist. Oh, watch
Yeah.
this.
Did you hear it? That's what it must be.
Saying the word racist is not racist because I heard Wibbly Wobbly Jonathan Wass say it one time.
Do you remember that? What's it? Only Fools and Horses program, and the singer they couldn't say the W word.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one? It was funny.
What's that song now? What's the song?
Quasi. Was it Quasi?
Quasi. No, it wasn't Quasi. Oh.
Was it?
Oh, he couldn't say R.
Hey,
He couldn't say R. That's what it was. Not W,
wasn't
R. It was R he couldn't say. I'm crazy. That was one of the songs, wasn't it?
What, crying, wasn't it? Crying.
That's it.
Crying. Green grass, Ramon.
What it reminded me of, that song. Go on now, mate. Happy birthday, brother. Yeah, 21 today, eh? 21, got the keys to the door and everything, eh? Go on, mate.
Yeah, we're all 21 here.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from Vincent, he's in his 60s.
I just like being on this panel with a few couple of guys on here because I'm actually the baby. Apart from where's he gone? Apart from Prank, that is. I'm the second baby. I'm normally on the panels. I'm the oldest one. Go on, 59, 49 today. Go on, son. I'm one of the little brothers on here today. 49, eh?
Wow.
I've got to go and watch that in a minute.
Do you remember being that age, James?
Yeah,
What's that, Ron?
I said, do you remember being 49?
Yeah, it's only a few years back.
Listen, in a couple of weeks, that's 10 years back for me. I remember my 40th. I was in rehab, working in a rehab. Still got a picture of it with me family in Romford having a Chinese, coming out of rehab to a meal, you know. I'm crying. That's the one then. That was a brilliant pic, James. That's made my morning, mate.
Ron's in his 70s. Go on, Ron.
I know.
And the rest. Good there, aren't you, bro?
And the rest. They're
Tons of
making
time
me
on
feel young now.
Proper good lad.
Late 70s, yeah. Just coming up to the 80s, we're touching it.
Well, he was a teenager, right, when the first ever Doctor Who, the first episode came out, when he was on TV.
Hang on, I never said I was a teenager.
Did?
I didn't.
When
I
the
said
first
I can
Doctor Who
remember.
came
First
out,
child was a
I remember
teenager.
seeing the first Doctor Who. I didn't say I was in my bloody teens.
Ron, that was in the
Soft.
50s when the first Doctor Who came out. How could you have been a teenager then?
No, it's 63 when the first Doctor Who's
Oh, was
actually
it?
appeared on. Yeah.
I thought it was 59. I thought it was 59. No?
63, wasn't it?
I thought it was the 50s.
63.
I'm sure it's 63.
Maybe did the film come out first then? Was it the film first? Or?
Yeah, I'll Google it, eh? Let's see if that works.
Yeah, let's. He's trying to knock a few years off of you, isn't he? That's what he's doing.
You lot.
Out. He's right, 1963.
That was a series. What about the film? Film must have been a bit later then, eh?
The first episode of Doctor Who was 63, yeah, so let's look at the film. When did the first...
Yeah, because that was Peter Cushing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let me just say that.
I'm thinking it was probably a couple of years later.
I've just said when did the first film Doctor Who come out, and it still says 63 to 64. One of the first movies was in 1989. What is the 1989 Doctor Who movie?
No, that's with the McCann, one of the McCann brothers.
Okay.
There was a film, a very, very early film, black and white, wasn't it? Was it black and white?
That, yeah.
I think it was colour.
No, I'm sure you're right. It was black and white. I'm sure of it. I can't remember Doctor Who being black and white when I was first.
1965.
It's Doctor
Who. So it was a couple of years later.
That's when I was born.
Still running now?
I was born in 65.
So I mean that was the Peter Cushing.
Yeah. Is it Daleks the same, wasn't it? Daleks one.
Yeah.
Roy Castle.
Wow.
He was in it as well.
And what's his name? The one that was in the series as well later on. Bernard Cribbin, wasn't he in it?
I don't know. Jenny Linden, it says here. That was, I think she was the niece, wasn't she? Jenny Linden.
Well, I've seen it a few times, actually.
Let's have a look.
Are they still making the Doctor Who series now? And if they are, is the new Doctor Who LGBT plus Q member?
Well, it's a woman. They've done a woman fucking couple of years ago, didn't they? A few years ago. It's been a woman ever since, isn't it?
So it is still out. Did they change them every year or every 2 years or what?
I don't know. It went really weird. I was never a fan, to be honest. Only when John Pertwee and Tom Baker, I like them Doctor Who, but that was the only ones. And I watched that. There was that Matt Smith. He was all right. I watched him as Doctor Who for a while.
I've only ever watched like maybe 2 episodes or something, and that was years and years ago.
Do you know what? Mike Reed was part of that movie as well.
Mike Reed? Jesus. Yeah. Is Bernard Cribbins in it then, or not?
I haven't come across Bernard. I know he did in one of them, but I don't think.
Yeah, I thought it was. I know because he was in a series later on in his life as well, when he was an old man.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in the first one. I know he was in one of them, in the second one.
Yeah, he definitely. It was something to do with a train station, wasn't it? So I remember him going down on the platform.
See, the very first one, it was on an alien planet, wasn't it? Where the Daleks could only go across steel floors. And then the second one would have been would have been him, because then they were in a farm area, wouldn't they? And they could actually travel across land then without having
yeah. Yeah, then later on, and the thing is that they could fucking go upstairs as well.
Yeah, and fly.
And fly.
What was it now? Daleks against the Cybermen on Earth, and what was it? The Dalek said, "You're easy to die." To the Cybermen, "You're easy to die," or something like that. Well, I think as the Cybermen were saying, in other words, we can make an alliance, and the Daleks said, "No, we don't make alliances."
No, they were ruthless, they were Daleks, weren't they? Little Stavros, whatever his name was.
That's it, yeah. Stavros. I can never tell in our age now. Start remembering names.
That's it, JJ. You tell him in the chat. He's bored of X now. He's finished wanking, hasn't he?
Yeah, you'll go blind, you will, Rally. Be careful. Makes me laugh, Rally, isn't it?
No, what was it? I've joined Trump on X. I've joined Roger Waters, and I think he's going to be my first target to give abuse to. I've joined.
You're going to be a troll on Twitter, right? You're going to be a Twitter troll.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Go on, Ron.
A little bit.
Okay,
So, yeah, there's a few people I'm sure that I'll be able to find.
Did you bump into Vega on there yet?
Oh, yeah.
Going for malicious communications in no time, really.
Yeah. Who else? I think I'm going to give Biden's son, Hunter Biden, a little bit of a ride as well at some point. Give him a load of bullshit. So I'm going to say, have you got your crack pipe? Use government money yet before your father gets voted out, and using all that government money to snort and pay for prostitutes. I'm sure you've got something else down the line. Where's your laptop?
He just messes.
Is that still happening? Did it ever come to a conclusion, or?
Well, I think
itself,
that's still. Well, the thing is, I saw something a couple of weeks ago now where he actually went to the Senate meeting. He see the Republican party are saying that he's been subpoenaed, but he hasn't actually appeared before the Senate, and it does actually come down to a criminal offence, and they are screaming out and saying, surely, you know. So when if Trump gets voted in, then Hunter Biden is going to be right up on that fucking. He won't be able to refuse it. He can't just walk away.
But will he be in the country? Will he be in hiding? You know, before then, because he's got the opportunity now, hasn't he, to fuck off anywhere.
Well, I don't know. Would anywhere give him a safe haven? Really?
I don't know. Underground. I don't mean literally underground, but he could quite easily disappear, couldn't he?
What have you been digging again?
Do me? No, but you know.
Where is Hunter Biden?
He could pally up with Epstein, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, is that when Trump gets in the power, if he does, hopefully he does, there's a lot of rumbling saying, is he going to produce the list of names? That'd be interesting.
Oh, excuse me.
Because let's be honest, they've gone for him, they've subpoenaed him to court and all this shit, so he's going to more likely go, right, fuck it. Right, Biden's, get up on the stand now. We're subpoenaing you.
Oh.
Yep.
Could get very tasty, couldn't it?
Yes. Yes. So what's in your closets? Mm-hmm. Because that's what they said. They said, "How can you do that, subpoena Biden?" And he, who was it? I forget who it was, Cruz or something. So I said, "Hang on a minute, you've just subpoenaed the next president and taken him to court. So yeah, if we want to do it to Biden, then fair game. You've just done it. The next president."
Listen, that Biden's got his head. He's weird. Weird.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much longer. I really don't.
I'm definitely a Trump man. I'll tell you that. I always liked him because I've got a lot of American friends as well, and they all swear blind by him. So.
I saw something though. You do know that Biden, what's her name, Jill, who Biden's married to. You do realise that that's not Hunter Biden's mum.
She's white.
Yeah, but he is his son from his previous marriage. I always thought it's her son, but it isn't. It's her stepson. So now they're saying, is he in bed with her, the son?
Oh.
They're definitely weird. I've seen a lot of things about that Biden, and he's definitely not the full ticket, is he?
Yeah.
He talks about young'uns, touches them up, and all that. I don't like him.
No.
I don't like him at all.
This is it. There's so much that the actual public in America do not see, because whenever I speak to my sister, she's going, "You what? No, it ain't shown on the media." I said, "Yeah, well, that's the whole point. You ain't going to see it on mainstream media, but obviously we over here get to see a lot more than what you do." So,
I mean, when Trump was in, there was no inflation. Like it was prospering. America was really, really prospering. And then next minute, that thing happened. Biden got in trouble, and there was riots everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a lefty thing? Is it then? Is that what lefty is, Biden?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, Biden's the right left. The left seem to, I don't know if you'll agree with this, they seem to go with the trend. It's like a trend, if they see groups appearing, they'll sort of draw to them, and then the groups get bigger and bigger and bigger. So they lean to that left, LGBTQ, poor things, BLM, poor things. And then it causes a problem down the line.
As far as I'm concerned, that BLM was just the opposite to the Ku Klux Klan. That's what it was.
You've seen the white, not the white one, sorry, the English bird who represents Black Lives Matter in the UK. Oh, she's got a face like she's chewing a wasp. Like, she's so fucking, and she's so like, when you just see a face and you just want to hit it really hard with a lump of iron.
Yeah.
She's got that face, and when you see her.
Have you seen the Canadian and American sort of protesters to do with the Palestinian Israeli situation? And you got these really fat females, who go to these universities, college, whatever, and it's like they're all pally at the moment. The ones who'd be the cheerleaders, and they're all pally, and I'm sitting there thinking they're more likely spitting all over you, but because you're sort of jumped in with the crew to be somebody at the time, once all this pans out, they're gonna fucking push you to the side all over again. They won't want to know you. And that's how it is. Spotty little geek of a guy. Come and be our friends. You know what I mean?
That saying they say there, to say that everyone who's white is racist. What's it called? Unconscious bias. What a load of poo that is. What a load of bullshit. That's just a way to say, like, only white people can have this. No way. I've seen more racist black guys than I have white guys. I swear to you on that. It's seriously racist. There's racism in all races, and if you don't, even me now, I have racism in me. I work on it seriously hard, not to be that way. everyone has it. It's a human emotion to not, to be weary of other races and all that. It's a human emotion. People
I
hide
know what
away
you
from it
mean.
like it's a dirty word. It's not a dirty word. Yeah, and it never used to be about the colour of skin until the transatlantic, the slave trade, and then it started being about the colours and things like. Before that, it was about race. Was about where you're from. You can be from both white people, but from another country. That's what race was, being from another country. It wasn't about the colour of skin.
Yeah, the colour. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like the Irish and the Italians in New York
That's
City.
it. Yeah, that's what race was about back in
The British and the
before
French.
the transatlantic
British
slave
and the
trade.
them
That's
frogs.
what
You
race meant.
fucking hate the frogs.
And all of a sudden, it became about colour and the colour of your skin and all that. But if you look it up properly, it's not about that.
Where when you look at it,
Oh,
the
it's
South
not.
of France don't even like Northern France. They prefer us than what they do Northern France, and that's the
Yeah,
French.
they can't stand it. Like,
They can't
races
stand
like
them
that.
all.
You're exactly right. It's like
Yeah.
right now, where in London, the postcode thing. My God, there can be the next postcode. They like each other and want to stab each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But then I can't stand it when they blame it all onto the white person. Like, no, if you're a person with a different coloured skin than white, you can't be racist. You're prejudiced. Then you can have prejudice.
Yeah.
That's a load of cack. I've never heard nothing so stupid in all my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so crap in all my life. Always, and then you've got to take a knee at a bell. So what happened years ago? Oh, I never bloody done that in no one back in them days.
Yeah.
Let's go back thousands and thousands of years then. Like, let's go back to the beginning of time where it all fucking started. You need to be bowing to us? Bowing down over a load of crap. I couldn't believe it when all that come out. Could not believe it. I'm like, God, could it be more stupid?
Yeah, slavery had been around for thousands of years, like you just turned around and said. Most definitely.
From the beginning of time, and it started in Africa before even Egyptian times. I think it was what's the place called, Iraq or Iran? The civilization that is the first one found. It was all then. It was all back there then, and it was normally in Africa and Iran and places like that. That's where it all developed and come from, and then it swept right through the world, and everyone started doing it. And I swear to God, the Irish, like, you ever looked up the Irish slave trade? Have you ever looked it up? That was right up until about a century or two ago. Irish people were being sold by King James, mate, over to all places to be slaves.
Yeah. Well, we had slavery in this country. You know, we had tribes here. We had different kingdoms. What was it? 4 kingdoms, 5 kingdoms in the UK.
That's the one.
Yeah.
They used to take slaves. If you beat this army when they were up against it, they took the survivors and turned them into slaves.
Tribes, and even tropical and tribes and all that took slaves. All of them, every bloody tribe in the world. I've looked right into this because it's done my head in. And it said like neighbouring tribes would take neighbouring tribes, sell them onto here, or do this, or keep them from slavery. It was just that's what happened then. It's just what they done.
Yeah,
they built
pass
things.
them on to the next country
they
and
pass them on
partner,
to the
wouldn't
next.
they?
That's the one. Just what was done. It was the forging of our planet. It was the forging of a planet. It just happened. It done. And you know what? You know what I found out as well. There's more slavery today than ever in any other time of history. Today, it's still slaves. It's prevalent. It's higher now than ever. Because you want to know why? Because there's more people now.
Yeah, that's it. Population's increased, so there's more of it.
It's still going on to this day and age. If anything needs to be stamped out, that needs to be totally stamped out in this day and age, but it is still going on.
Well, if you say, everybody's a slave to the system now, they're making all different rules and regulations, and we got no say in it.
And it's all hidden. The truth is absolutely hidden. More European women go missing, right, by the thousands every year. Where do you think they're going? They're being abducted, taken over, and sold into slavery in other countries. It's been proven. I've seen the documentaries of it. I've seen all the things. I've looked it all up, and it is true. but you don't
It
have them get
happens.
highlighted or told. And guess
Some
who
of
the
them just
prize
apply
women
for
are?
simple jobs in other
Yeah,
countries, think they're getting one, and when they
exactly.
land in the
They've
other
got-
country, they swooped up
Exactly.
and they're in a
I still
brothel.
ain't got round to watching that film either. You know that one about the what was it called, Ron?
Sound of Freedom, is it called?
Yeah, I still ain't got round to watching
Oh, I
that.
watched it in a
Yeah,
minute.
Sound
You've
of
got
Freedom.
to watch it. You really
What's it
do.
called? The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
of those
Hold on, let
things
me
which
write that down
really
somewhere.
you get a thing in your throat when you watch that because it's true. It's a true story,
It's the
and
Sound
it's
of
going
Freedom.
on. And he
What's
went in front
going
of
on?
the Congress.
The most
What's that?
prized slave of this day and age is a white European woman. That is the most prized slave, and they're going missing in Europe by the thousands, especially in the more third world European countries, like the Albania and all that. Especially after the war in Bosnia and all that, thousands upon thousands of women were shipped out to the Middle East and all that and put into slavery. They're the most prized slaves,
Yeah,
and sex slaves.
yeah, especially blonde. If you're blonde and what have you, then I can know you're going to
Why
get
ain't that
yourself.
highlighted? Why ain't that all over the news? Why ain't that all that thing? We need to be stopping this. Why ain't that? That is so serious. It's unbelievable. Have you ever heard that go on the news? I don't really know it's been on the news. You or in the papers. I ain't seen it.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, that's what I was saying earlier on when Nim was saying it. I said, this is it. Africa, and I think it's that they end up going to Libya first, and then they're sold within the slave trade
Slave trade.
to other
Slave.
Arab
It's
nations.
worse now than ever. It's 40% higher than any other time in history.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Human trafficking, fucking hell, that's rife. There's
Absolutely right.
any time in history.
Trade, where, in these third world countries where they're making all these trainer companies like Nike and all that they're using all these people from impoverished countries as slaves to make all these things for like a penny, bringing them over here and selling a pair of trainers for like £200-300.
Yeah,
yeah. Why isn't that totally highlighted? Like, look what these people are doing. These big European companies, or the European and American companies. That's still bad, man. That needs to be highlighted. This stuff needs to be highlighted.
Haven't they? They've done documentaries. They've done a documentary, all of the channels, but then they bury it and go, right, we've talked about it, and now let's forget about it.
Let's bury it now. And it's all about the rich and the poor, like we've been saying, Ron, all these years. Like the battle is against these mammon, these rich people that don't give a shit about any of us. They sell us into slavery. They do this, they do that just to earn a few quid. They earn absolute billions out of it. And it's all about them creating all their money. And
see, I've never owned anything from Adidas or Nike.
I'm a
never
bit
bought anything from these companies.
Oh, I have had a few. Now I just buy Tamu shit and I wear a load of silly trainers. But I do like a decent pair of trainers now, again, if I'm going out, or decent stuff that I like. But the thing is, I've been trying to get myself out of that way of thinking and eradicate it,
Yeah.
Because I don't like it. Like yourself, I don't like it. But it's really hard to get that out of me at the moment. But I will do it because I've hardly got anything there that I buy that's got a name on it. I shouldn't be supporting it. It's like you're worshipping, because it's Hugo Boss. I've got a pair of trainers. I've got a pair of tracksuits on there calling Yet Boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they make me
you're
laugh.
worshipping it. Yeah, you know the ones. I've got a black pair on there, and a grey pair on the other day.
Yeah, it's what most people in Manchester say when they walk into a shop.
There you
Just
go.
saying hello to the shopkeeper. I think that's why I find it so funny.
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on all that, man. All this stuff that's just pushed under the carpet about what is going on in today's world. But what a lot of people, they want to talk about the stuff that happened in history. It wasn't even there. And then we move forward, we're in a new world now, a new beginning, if you like. We just change what's happening now. We can't change what's happened in the past. We can change the future if we work on it, though.
Well, they've changed the name, haven't they? The brand name it's no more slavery, it's sweatshops. They just changed the name.
That's it, Ron. Sweatshops.
Sweatshops.
Not slavery anymore, is it? Sweatshops.
Sweatshops. Just changed the brand name of it. So.
Modern day slavery. It gets
Of
called.
course it is. Of course it is. You'd have to be very naive to think that slavery's out now. It's still here. It's still rife, and we're having to deal with it. But it's not. It's making them loads of billions of pounds. So it's scrapped on the coast. It's keeping quiet.
It's everywhere you go. Just go to most local hand car washes, and you can see slavery. They get
Exactly as well. What's that's going
slavery.
on? I've noticed that. All these little car washes open up, and you've got these people like fresh in England just want to earn some money. The port, you can't blame them for wanting to earn money.
Yeah,
and they're being
some of
used
them are getting £10-20 a day, JJ.
Yeah, cleaning a car for 50 odd quid. Like each car they're going through is 50 odd quid, and they're getting template for the whole day, and they're cleaning hundreds of cars. Imagine the amount of money that's being accumulated. Then why ain't that highlighted? A lot.
Here you go, JJ. 1 in 200 people on the planet is a slave.
There you
1
go.
in 200 people.
You go. Exactly. And a lot of people don't highlight this. Most of them are white now in this day and age.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whites can't be slaves, can they? Like the Irish slave trade, this slave trade, they can't. Let's just talk about the other slaves, because that's the way it is. Like transatlantic slave, like that's got to be the highlighted one. The slavery's been about from the beginning of bloody time, and it's still happening today, and it's being tolerated today.
Two most profitable businesses in the past were slavery and prostitution.
Exactly.
They've both been around just as long, haven't they, JJ?
Of course.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what they're doing there. That's why it's the sex slave trade now is the most profitable.
Yeah, where they turn around in the film. No, I'm going to let you watch the film. It actually comes out with the statistics of how big it actually is in the world today. So I'll let you listen. When you listen, especially when it comes down to how big it is compared to every other corruption going on in the world to do with drugs and what have you, you will be fucking amazed of it.
Yeah. Ron, I've looked into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Amazing. And it absolutely pulls the brain that this can be going on in this day and age, and it still is going on.
Yeah.
And we're tolerating it all because of this PC, but it's okay if you're earning money out of it. That's when we get quiet. And then when it comes over with people, this PC would take away the black boards because we can't say that. You can't. It's all fucking bollocks. It's all absolute bollocks. Living in a mamby-pamby world.
If a person, when they watch that film, don't get a lump in their throat, maybe even shed a tear, it shows that you really don't care.
What film?
I'm watching it. I'm going to watch it.
Sound of Freedom. Did you say that?
The Sound of Freedom. I've got it written down here. And as soon as I end this at 6 thingy,
they tried to ban it. They tried to ban
Is
it.
It available to watch on this? Do we have to download it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can download it. You can go to torrents, or you can just go to an APK if you've got Android and watch it from one of these Android apps.
Listen to me. Right, just Google. What's it called? freemoviesfull.cc. All right, you can write that down. Google that; it'll come up. Click onto it. You get any film you want. You get any film you want to see. You can watch it on your iPad, on your telly. I've got it on my telly.
Yeah,
so
nice one,
Google that.
There's lots of them in there.
They tried to.
freemoviesfull.cc. That's the best one I've found. It has a lot of shit. Yeah, I saw this video earlier.
They tried their hardest to ban people from seeing that movie. It can't even come to the point where they wouldn't even show that they were showing it as cinemas. They'd have a different name, and then people will have to go to the kiosk and say, "Are you showing Sound of Freedom?" The governments really didn't want that film to be out there.
They don't want you to know the truth, Ron, do they? They don't really want you to know the truth. They want to keep this
narrative.
Know that.
They really didn't want
the white people are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have nothing to no one. I'm not enslaved no one. It's off.
I better not take my top off then, JJ. I look like the Milky Bar kid. I'll be like the devil, bro.
God, you do.
You're ginger, are you?
Look, I don't go out in the sun. I'm white. I'm worse than a milk bottle. I'm worse than a milk bottle, mate. But juicy white devil.
Yeah, that's it. I've not had much time for the sun, JJ. Yeah, so that's what I look like now. I'd blind people if I took my top off on a sunny day now. Cars would start crashing and
I
shit.
cannot.
I'll tell you what, you'll end up with what I've got, a vitamin D deficiency. So go to the chemist and buy yourself vitamin D tablets. They're chewable ones. If I was near to you, I've got bundles of it. I'll give you dozens of them. They're £8 a box. And I've got dozens of them I could send you if you want them. But listen, get it. Otherwise, you end up with a vitamin D deficiency if you're not in the
I'm
sun.
just going to go and enjoy the sun today, hopefully.
Try and
Just
get
going to
some
go
sun.
and enjoy the sun today, hopefully, JJ.
It's important. It's important.
Yeah, if I'm out, I'll make a little shot.
I can't sit in it, but I can walk around in the sun, but I can't sit there
Makes me ill,
still.
Ron. It makes me really ill.
Yeah,
If I've
exactly.
got a deficiency, it comes. That's why I have to take the vitamin Ds every day to put vitamin D in me. My body can't absorb vitamin D or B12. So when I'm out in the sun, it works against me, not for me. It should work for you, the sun. It should vibrate you, make you like, not vibrate, that's the wrong word, isn't it? Vigorate. We've got vibrate on our mind because of that thing that was sent to me.
That's why I was laughing.
That you ordered.
You!
I didn't order it.
Well, I never ordered it. I ordered it and they sent me the wrong thing. Well, maybe I ordered it. My eyes are terrible, aren't they?
I think someone on YouTube's just having a laugh, me, JJ. Sent it you for jokes.
It's funny though, when that video was sent to me.
I was going to send one to Gamer. It's another reason I found it funny. You've ended up with one.
Send him my one if you want. I'll send that to you. You can send it to me, mate.
Nah, there'd be no point. You might as well just send it straight there, JJ. They'll take it pawn shop if you've not opened the box, though. So at least open the box first. Stick it in some soup or some chicken and mushroom soup and then send it over.
Oh, Mr. BB, what happened, B-Mac? On what bandwagon? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm not sure who Big Mac is talking about. Something to do with my channel. I'm not too sure now.
What
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon.
It's a very good channel, a very non-biased channel as well. He opens up his channel to all opinions. You know, just because you have a differing opinion, and me and Ron now and again, and we have little. We couldn't be the same otherwise. It's never, ever, ever, ever.
No,
do you know what I think your channel's missing,
I've never seen him do that to anyone. Can you elaborate a little? I'm a bit.
Yeah, what I think your channel's missing,
Who was going to jump? Ronnie, friend. Indy was going to jump. What's that mean?
I ain't got a clue. Mr. BB was a good guy. I don't know. Who's?
Well, he's a good guy, Mr. BB. I love Mr. BB.
Mr. BB. He's always in my chat if he's around.
Yeah, I love Mr. BB.
If you're talking about Mr. Beautiful Blues.
Yeah.
Why is he talking about him in the past tense?
I don't know.
Yeah, was. He's all right. I speak Mr. BB all the time. He's all right. He was in here earlier.
Yeah. Well, you know, Kaiser Sose had his right to his opinions. You know, so and that's how he needs to be. He wasn't abusive to people. He wasn't, you know, calling people certain names. Because there's certain names I don't allow. But he expresses his opinions. And that's welcome.
Ron's a lot more tolerant than I am when it comes to opinions. I'll tell you that. A lot more tolerant, isn't you, mate? You know that.
Yeah, you have to be. You know, especially when you're talking on controversial matters.
Yeah.
And you have to allow sort of, I don't know,
You
even
kind
if
of
it
like that
goes
stuff, don't
against
you?
the grain,
You like
you
to
have
get into
to.
that kind of a debate because you learn from it. You love to learn, don't you? I've seen that with you, Ron. You love it.
Yeah.
You like to learn shit, new stuff. You know, you like it. So I think that's an admirable quality.
Most people, I've had my heated debates with Frank. I've had it with Smiler. You know what I mean? And it ain't just everybody agrees
Ron.
with everybody. It's
Now you're on
Someone was
X, you should get in touch with like Mohammed Hijab and fucking what's he called?
yeah.
The other guy. What's he called?
Ali Dawa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
get in touch with
it.
them or the people commenting, you know, on there.
Yeah, Big Mac's a nice one, man.
Because you might get a better debate in it, mate, or at least one that might be funny to watch, at least. I don't know. Well, I suppose it depends on who you get in it. Everyone's going to have different opinions, even from the Islamic faith, bro. So
Yeah, I know. Well, that was what Kaiser Sose was saying. You know, saying it from his perspective, and I thought, well, you know, let him give it over from his perspective.
I think if you do find some Muslims going on a madness, though, like, yeah, you should keep an eye on the Twitter accounts, bro, or at least report them to MI5. Because
that's an idea, isn't it? Go to some of these Muslim Twitter accounts.
I was doing it, Ron. I was trying to set up debates, wasn't I, for Talking Frank, and I was chatting to some of them, and some of them have got some decent-ish opinions on British values, and there's some that openly want Sharia law, mate. And obviously, I tried talking to them all, and most of the Muslim groups was up for it. But when I found the so-called far right and tried getting them to talk to them, they'd always the timings wouldn't work out, and because my channel's not got loads of subscribers, I think they just thought, fuck it, it's not worth my time, kind of thing. But if you're in the comments pissing them off, mate, they might want to get verbal in it. Do you get what I mean? Because you are going to be an ex-troll, aren't you, Ron? Let's be serious. That's your mission.
I'm just see for me, there's a few questions, easy, basic questions, which I'd like to hear somebody's opinion on when it comes down to that particular religion. And I'm hoping that they'll give the right response. You ain't going to get it from Muhammad Hijab. You're not going to get it from Ali Dawa. You're not going to get it from all the major scholars, although of today, or imams, whatever they're called. Though,
why are you not going to get it from them?
Well, they're going. Their attitude to everything now is, oh well, it's out there now. It's exposed, and you know we just have to accept it. We're not going to change anything, you know. And no matter how bad it is, they're saying, well, it's out there now, but who cares? You know, and it's up to me. It sounds like the wrong attitude because you're not willing to actually give the right response. You know,
yeah, but that's the response you want, though, innit, Ron? And obviously, who are they to then change the word of what's supposed to be the gospel? Do you get what I mean?
Not really, no. See, like I said, I watch these certain things.
If the Bible hadn't changed 5 times, there'd still be more Christians today. People lost faith because at one point it wasn't okay to be gay, and then all of a sudden it is, and now you can't get married as gays, but now you can. Females couldn't do this, but now they can, and all this other garbage. And yeah, I don't know. I get what you mean, though, mate. And obviously, you will find some Muslims out there that will tell you what you want to wear, but I think you should try and speak to all different kinds. And yeah.
They're like the Christian faith. There's all different sects.
Yeah.
In the Muslim faith, some of them are very extreme. Some of them are very anal in what the Bible they believe it in, and some of them are quite calm, like some of the Christian faiths. You know, there's a lot of different sects. Like, we have Anglican, we have Methodist, we have, and it's the same in the Muslim faith. There's all different ones. Some of them are more tolerant, some of them ain't. Some of them believe if you take stuff out of the Bible, that is a sin against God. And a lot of books were taken out. I've got the Apocrypha now, the proper Bible, the one first ever written. It's got so much more stuff in it you wouldn't believe it. I'll have to send you it. And it's
See,
a big.
it comes
A lot
down
of their
to
books were taken out. Go on, mate.
no matter what religion it is, you should be allowed to mock it. Without a shadow of doubt, you should be allowed to mock it, and a person should be offended because you've mocked it.
Look at how many people got offended at this Paris Games thing, the Olympics.
Yeah.
How many people got offended at that? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I was only heard about that today. My son told me, and even him telling me the story made me get a bit, what?
They took the piss out of quite a few religions, mate. And
that was a little bit near the mark. I did think, what? But then I thought, okay, it is what it is. Not everyone has to believe it.
But that's it. If Christians and Sikhs and whoever else they took the piss out of protested against it, they'd be forced to apologise and say they fucked up, wouldn't they?
Yep.
I'm not saying go and do what other religions have
was a
done.
bit near the mark what I was told what they'd done. But,
well, I don't watch mainstream, so I don't know anything of where the Olympics is concerned. But I think it was either on my panel, but I think it was Smiler's panel. They were talking about it, and then they showed a picture. But within that picture, they showed these flags which were flying outside the arena. And straight away, I said, hang on, rewind back to those flags. And you know that they're actually flying map flags at the Olympics? Map flags.
Right, it's 6 guys. I'm going to have to end it because that is going to be starting in a minute. So if you want to give it a few seconds to clean up in what you want to say, then I'll end it.
What flags was they flying?
Map flags. Yeah. You go back and have a look at it. The flags.
Yeah, well, there was Black Queens in the parade, mate. Yeah, it was fucked up.
One of them had his bollocker. One of them had his fucking bollocker.
That's not right. That's not right.
With kids on the stage.
Yeah,
as well.
That's mocking religion, though, because if you think about it, it started off with Christianity, changed the religious terms, and now they're mocking it with the bollock out on the stage. When the globe of the world is watching,
I think that's mocking common decency. You don't do that.
Yeah, this is it.
You don't do that. That's not even mocking. That is blatant abuse to everything we believe in, not just the religion, but to our morals and who we are.
Are you wanting to go out and kill them?
No, I said that's not what was said, is it? But
have you got any urge that you can feel sort of?
I'm not Christian personally. I don't care, bro. I'm not Christian. I don't have any religion. I'm an atheist. I couldn't care what anyone does mocking a religion. To be fair, I don't care.
He had his ball.
No, well, that, like, mate, that's sick. That's
mocking.
It's going out to the world, mate. Millions of people,
exactly.
Billions.
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether. That's common decency, and that's disrespecting people in their family values and everything. Like got children that can see that and watch that. That's totally disrespect.
Well, by what I saw, and it was Smilers. By what I saw, they actually had children dancing as well amongst it all. Am I correct?
I don't know. I've not seen it.
They had children.
My son told me about it, and he's not religious one little bit or believes in anything. And he said, Dad, today I was disgusted looking at it, thinking even I was getting gay. And he's never been. He don't do church and all that like I have. You don't do none of it. And he said, even I got over it all. I mean, there was dancing said about the balls hanging out and all this. It was totally out of order.
It's a flag. When they were showing parts of it, first I saw children up on the stage, and I thought with all these drag queens and what have you, and I thought that's totally out of order because of what's going on within the schools, what have you. But before then, I saw a flag, and I thought, well, there's a line of flags. So I said, could you rewind that, Smiler? And because Chris was on there, and I said, the flags. Have you seen what's on the flags? It's light pink, light blue, and light orange. That's MAP. They're flying the MAP's flag. I thought, what the fuck? They're advertising kids to be fucking for adults. It's like, wow.
Was it blatant? Was it literally blatant?
Blatant outside the arena.
Hell.
They're blatantly there. You know, it's sick that they can actually advertise this shit.
Let's continue this over nutters now.
Yeah,
guys, I've put the link in. Take care. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, see you all later.
Yeah, see you later, James.
Take care, JJ, brother, Ron, brother. See you later, chat. Take care.
Everybody,
I've enjoyed this live. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this live. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, JJ. Take care, mate.
Bless you, nice Ron. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Go for Nutter. Wish him a happy birthday. Guys, make his day for him. And thank you so much, all you beautiful people coming in to my chat. Rally, Big Mac, everyone, Mickey. Who else I see? Well, he's loads of them. Nin, do apologise for getting a bit rude. I think I was rude, and I hate rudeness. Gins love it a bit, as you know. All the rest is. See you later, guys. God bless.